Critically Unfocused Podcast, episode 105. You hear that? You hear that?
You feel me?
Yeah, we done 105
You
of these.
five me. You five me. That's
oh boy. You couldn't wait.
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't wait.
Yeah, man.
105.
I'm gonna yeah, fuck it. Let's just go.
The Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
You fifth me?
Last time you heard
This beat was so hard. I haven't heard this in a minute.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, yo.
This is that shit.
It took 8 keys and Jay-Z to get the city poppin' now. Rob Bass, Snoop Dogg to get it rockin' now. Big money talking Mayweather back out. Gucci sucked up cause he can't hide dropping now. Now what you boys got a death wish? I be the motherfucker uglier than Precious. Real nigga, you can.
All right, problematic rap lines 101 right there.
You be digging through the crates. That's crazy.
I didn't hear what he said. I missed it.
I beat a motherfucker uglier than Precious, but it's all good.
Nah. And that one was out around that time when this came out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. My time was. You know, y'all remember the other Fat Joe song that, remember that So Much More song?
Mm-mm. Maybe.
You remember? So Much More?
Give me some
I
bars.
know you've been looking for someone who.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beat. Yo, the homie said that, the homie AJ said that beat sounds like you're playing music off a Diane's like speakerphone. Like one of them old Nokias. You gotta when you hear the beat, that's all I can hear of it now. It ruined that beat for me because I fucking love that song. And then it's like, yeah, that beat's kind of ass.
Someone else rapped over that shit, and I think of that song as theirs. If you need
Probably Lil Wayne off the first dedication.
Money, no.
Wayne rapped over
That he must have flipped that. That's not his song.
It's on the Fat Joe album, so it might be. I think it's Fat Joe's beat.
Yeah, it's a Fat Joe beat. Yeah, it was a single, had a video and everything.
Okay.
I don't remember this song at all.
No, he took the melody from someone else for the hook. That's what it is.
Okay.
A man with money. If you need me. It's Tupac. How'd y'all not catch that? Y'all are fake ass West Coasters.
Searching for someone to. No, I don't think that's a Tupac. Or I don't think that's who. Really
That is
did
Tupac.
No, I can't hear it.
All right.
I feel like I know what Blake is talking about.
That's not Temptations?
No, I
Oh
don't think
shit!
so.
Is that the melody
I
from
don't know.
Temptations?
Yeah, that's. Oh my God, dude. Y'all are supposed to be my West Coast aficionados. Hold on.
Yeah, that is from this. Yep. Blake is
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Blake is talking about in the hook.
There it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, Blake is right.
He put it on a crazy ass beat, Fat Joe did, but yeah, that's that.
That didn't sound the same.
Nah, I know what Blake's talking about. Yeah, it's
The hook of that song is the same as. Yeah,
I'm looking at it now. I
What's
think
on
it. Okay, we can talk about it later. I think it came.
you have to just play the. You got to play it in your ear. Don't look at it.
I
Play
did.
it.
No, yeah, I did. I
Okay.
played. That's what I'm saying. I played the Fat Joe and it still sounded different than what you just played. But it don't matter.
All right, whatever, man.
It doesn't matter what Fat Joe said.
It doesn't.
the original black man, the Asiatic black man, Fat Joe.
I've heard a lot of rumblings weirdly this week about how Puerto Ricans are black people, and I thought it was.
What do you mean?
I'm not here to say they are or not. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Oh, they are.
Shout
How
out
else
to Puerto
they get
Ricans.
there?
Nah, Puerto Rican Day parade's this weekend.
Yeah.
Going?
Nah, I'll pull it up next year though.
Puerto Ricans, Haitians, and Dominicans didn't just show up on the islands by accident.
Nah,
They were us.
I'll pull it
It's
up.
a-
Next year I will
a
be in
different
New York
stop
for
on the route.
Puerto Rican Day parade.
Well, it gets a little bit messy when you have. We have to do this right now?
Conquistadors.
Yeah, you got people who are descendants of Spanish colonizers.
Facts. Yeah.
Like maybe Fat Joe, for example, where he's extremely white.
Yeah, he's Cuban and Puerto Rican,
They,
right?
they co-inhabitated that land. It's
I don't know, but then you have people like like Jocelyn Hernandez, for example, who's
Yeah.
much darker
Yeah.
and also Puerto
They
Rican.
all got
It's
there.
North.
They just got watered down a little bit quicker. They got there first and they got watered down quicker.
No, they got brought there. It was the port of riches. It's a stopping point to get to the new world.
I know. I'm saying they got dropped off there. Somebody put them there for a reason, but they came from the same place that we did. And then they got watered down because niggas pulled up and were like, hey.
Some of y'all just got left by the big boats because you couldn't do the seal you applied for.
Either way, though, shout out to Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Shout out to Puerto Ricans, man.
Happy second week of Pride Month. The second week of Pride Month, right? Yeah.
Are you gonna make the opening statement this week? Tell people how we're with all that gay shit.
Oh man, come on, man! It's week 2, but nothing has changed.
Episode 105. We still here. We still with all that gay shit, like Jamal said last week.
Like Ray J said, shout out to my gay niggas.
Big packs of Skittles. Put the rainbows in the sky, which probably to me means there's no better reason to open this. Well, hold on, let's not skip over. You got this highlighted. R.I.P. Satchel Paige. You died on this day. I can't math. They're almost 31 years ago.
Yeah.
41 years ago?
40 years ago. Yeah.
41 years ago. Yep.
I only put that on here because I was like, we're past having like people's numbers for the episode. So I was like, oh, what happened on this day? And I don't know shit about Satchel Paige, but I figured you might. So I put it on here.
Oh, shit. The man had like 12 out pitches, which is crazy. Normally most MLB players today, like you have like 2. Like you'll have your fastball that you go to. You might have an off speed, and then like you might have like a slider and a curveball or something. The man had like 12 out pitches, like no joke, and he didn't use none of the normal names for them. He had like a skippity doodah, he had like a hop then a jump, just like all types of wild ass names. He got to the MLB when he was like old as fuck and still won 2 rings. It was productive. Like he's like 47 years old. He got to the MLB.
I looked today. He played his last game when he was 58.
Okay, yeah.
God
so
damn.
And even then, that number, that age is probably not accurate. He's probably actually older than that because no one can find a birth certificate for him.
Yeah, he said he said something about his mom. When he was 52 playing baseball, his mom said he's actually 55. He was like, well, they asked her when she was old, and she likes to forget stuff. So he wouldn't confirm how old he was either. Yeah,
he was the best pitcher on MLB or MVP baseball 2005. He's nasty as fuck, and it'll be the show this year too. He's got to play the Negro League moments to get him. Shout out Bob Gibson, who does a tremendous job narrating and setting up the animations for that shit. So you learn a lot about these players while you play it. But definitely a great way to have like a living museum of Satchel Paige and like see some of his moments, know what made him special. And yeah, just a hell of an entrepreneur. It's really a shame that he didn't get to participate in the MLB until he was so old. But it's also, I guess, probably more important for baseball that he was where he was, because I probably said this before on here, but like Negro Leagues were the invention of international baseball, because black people couldn't play in the major leagues here in the States. They played in other countries all the time. They played like in South America, they played in the Caribbean, they played in Japan, they played everywhere. So we took baseball across the fucking globe. So it's probably more important that Satchel Paige was where he was at the time. And he's a very respected legend of the game. So yeah, RIP, man.
Shout out to him. RIP.
I hate your fucking windup though, man. Like that shit is. It's the only reason I don't play with you on the game. The windup takes like 8 years to get to the plate, because he twirls the arm while the.
Oh, that's the jokey joke shit.
Yeah, man. The hella like goofy like Sandlot shit, like the Looney Tunes windup. He got that shit, man.
That's hella funny. I feel like he's one of those names that when we were kids in the 90s, like our grandparents were talking about enough that they still like came up in pop culture type shit. But
I didn't know him until MVP Baseball 2005. So
I just heard the name.
Funnily enough, like a white kid told me about Satchel Paige.
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah. Tyler Triple, shout out to you, man.
That adds up. That adds up.
He's been at enough cookouts, man.
All right. I'm sure Satchel Paige would love for us to transition to the AO.
All right.
Straight off of that.
So Jamal.
Wait, what?
My algorithm brought this shit to me, and I watched it. And I was gonna drop it in the chat, but I was like, "Nah, this shit is too fire for me to waste in the group chat. I need to get this to these gentlemen live and direct. So, give me 1 second."
Hey, yo,
it's just 4 minutes. We don't gotta play all this, but if it's good, we just stay.
Hitting people with a good AO is so fucking satisfying.
That's hilarious. It's
like if you're in a room full of people and you hit someone with like, "Hey, yo."
But if they don't know what you're talking about, though, then it gets
for
like,
sure,
I don't know. It's, but the right crowd, the right room, that shit is money.
You do that shit at work on accident, it's a wrap.
All right. I would never. You all are braver than me.
I do often. Anyway, play the video.
I'm like, I'm tired of getting the taste of it. I want the whole loaf. when emotionally you're like, I'm gonna come, and it ain't there. You try to, let's go, and it's not there.
Now those guys are going to see their minutes cut, right?
Yeah, and you see, wow. Open your mouth wide and take it.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Russell looking for Ferguson in the corner for three. Westbrook is out of his
cotton picking mind.
Really good.
I forgot.
What did these motherfuckers be thinking, bro?
Let me see the shirt on.
Thinking?
You said cotton picking mind.
He said
That's insane.
Russ is out of his cotton picking mind. What was he thinking, dog?
Dog, I forgot about that.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Hold on.
All series long, we've been able to penetrate their bigs, get deep, suck the D in, and then we got spot-up shooters.
I think Ben Simmons.
No, hold on. I think Jason Terry did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, nah, that would definitely seem.
There's no way you accidentally say that wild of a sentence.
That's crazy.
He hit every possible phrase a basketball player could. Can you run
Is
that one
of,
back?
if not the most.
All right.
Holy shit.
That shit was flagrant as hell.
Yeah, that was good.
All series long, we've been able to penetrate their bigs, get deep, suck the D in, and then we got spot-up shooters.
Big,
I think Ben Simmons
sucked the D in. Like, nigga, he hit the fucking connect four.
He passed it around the whole court like the Spurs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose.
That was insane.
is one of, if not the most overrated players in the NBA.
Larry Nance Jr. shooting it at 69%. Nice.
Right down the middle and right down the throat. He shoved it.
Richard would have been a superb broadcaster in the 50s.
Given the
I don't know if I would have been allowed to be a broadcaster.
I don't think you should judge.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hold on.
I don't want a 6-inch. I want a 12-inch from DeMarcus Cousins.
Look at it.
Come on,
He's
man.
going to take
Yo,
the length of the
What could
court,
he
puts it
mean?
over the
What could he
left hand.
mean?
Oh, my goodness. Who needs James Harden?
To know when to come. So Chris does a great job.
Okay,
Giannis
Doris,
comes
tell
from
me
behind and gets a
Tell
piece
me
of
when,
it. Like,
Doris. I dare you.
it's not just when you come, like it's how hard you come.
I think it's
Yes.
good just taking turns on him and just giving him different looks.
Nah, that's one of my favorites.
That looks like Jamal. James Harden looked just like Jamal. Like, hey, I don't even want to look at this nigga.
It's been. Didn't Jokic get in trouble for a pause like back in the day?
Yeah, a couple players.
yeah.
I remember somebody said no homo at the podium.
Maybe it was Jokic that said no homo. Then I
feel
know he
like
said
I feel
one
like
of
it
those.
was Luka.
I know Roy Hibbert said it too one time.
Yep. Hold on.
I feel like
All right.
Luka said like, "Whoa, no homo" or something.
We can stop after this one because this is Isaiah Thomas disrespecting the GOAT. Well,
Oh no.
You have a similar skill set to AD, with the exception of, his jumping ability, dunking, and everything else. But
I'm shocked you down.
Oh no, you have to play this next one. You have to play this next one.
Played Savannah. He said she was all city, and I'd hit out the park. No question. With all due respect.
And I'd hit her out the park.
Bob, somebody has to come. That's too deep.
That looks like an old jersey.
That's
that might be.
I'm not gonna lie. That looks a little bit like the one that like
That like you right
found
here.
that on the street vendor maybe. Like
Buy one, get two free.
Oh no, they didn't play the full thing, dog. The dude with the fake Michael Jordan jersey at the Bulls game, they fucking cooked him for like 90 seconds on the broadcast.
he went to the game at the wrong time too. That was like when they first opened back up. They let 30 people in the arena. So you just had to sit there.
Stacey King said that looks like a Michael Jordan jersey.
They cooked that nigga, man.
They cooked him so bad. I think the team sent him like 8 Jordan jerseys.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it
sent
was
him
like
some real jerseys.
It was like absurd how many jerseys they sent him. They
Thank
fucked him
God.
up so bad.
Shout out to them for correcting their mistakes quickly. All right, we can stop this. We don't got to stay on this too long.
Hey,
Oh, goodness
This
gracious.
comp is
What's
funny as fuck though.
what's the wildest AO thing y'all think y'all had ever said,
Ever said?
I can't even give you anything.
or something
Because
recent?
I've like
Something-
purposely said like some wild shit, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Pause.
Not on like
No.
purpose though. Like somebody just hit you with like an AO or something
I feel
crazy.
like it's always been in the group chat, which is why I can't remember, because there's been multiple times where I'm not even thinking about how crazy it's about to sound, and then I text it, and like I feel like it's always Devontae that pops up out of nowhere. It's like, hey, yo, what? Like, what? Did you just say?
because you can only like try to explain yourself so much through like text, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you might have
The joke's
meant whatever
coming
you
too
said.
fast.
without like no sauce on it and just comes off crazy.
Yeah. And the
I think it
jokes
happens all
come
the
in
time
so
when we're
quick
playing
that
the
you
game.
can't even like, when you're playing the game too is
the funniest one I could think of. I remember we was playing Fortnite the other day, and then I think we was playing like trios or squads, Blake. And I was like, "Hey, yo, Blake, go over there. There's a nigga trying to finish Jalen off." and he was like, "Hey, yo, that one." And the funniest one that I can remember. This was like maybe 2 years ago now. Tonio and Blake were playing. They're playing PGA Tour, and then Blake was like, "Damn, Tonio, you still ain't done with that hole." Dog, that shit was the funniest shit ever. I will never ever forget that.
that hole.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I'm looking through like my like screenshots over the years, and there's one where I clearly had like an iPhone 4, and out of context, Jamal just said Khaled could get it for no reason, talking about DJ Khaled.
No, that's probably for Group B one too. I remember that.
And it's like, I don't even know why you could have possibly said that, but shit like that is what I'm saying. Like, those be the worst AO ones, because it's like you read it at the wrong time. It's like, what the? Oh no.
Yeah. Soon as I edit this screenshot down, you were looking crazy, my brother.
This will take us into one of our next topics. We were watching a WWDC at work, and we were talking about having FaceTime on your Apple TV. And somebody was like, "What the fuck would you need that for?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can just like FaceTime people, and like you can get naked on TV and like have it be all big and shit." And somebody was like, "Yeah, I definitely need my asshole in 4K." And it's like, out of context, it's crazy. They're saying it as like, "Yeah, that's absolutely something I need," but it's like, I mean, via text, it looks.
That's how you giving it up.
Y'all the real spready Gibbs. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You work with the ESG in.
Shout out to them.
The Big Rabbit.
But speaking of what was it, WDC? Is that what it's called?
WWDC, yeah.
There we go. Same thing. What's that stand for?
Worldwide Developer Conference. Okay, Blake, thanks.
Okay. That was gonna be my guess. What happened? What did they show at this WWDC?
They showed a bunch of the same shit they show every year. What your phone's gonna do that it kind of already did, but does a little bit different. Yeah, a couple new computers, couple new pewters gonna be putin',
even a new computer you can wear in your fucking head.
And then then there's a computer you can wear on your fucking head. The Vision Pro, which if I get the right discount, I'm copping that shit immediately. That shit looks hard.
Saying, let's talk about it, man. Like, I was having a conversation with my mother, because she's also a big fan of the Apple products, and
she already got one.
No, she does not, but she said she's probably going to get one. By the way, we were just like talking about like at one point, like there was smartphones prior to the iPhone, but then the iPhone came out, maybe not the first one, but like the 3G, and that shit changed the game. It's like you used to buy a phone like for the features that it had, and then the App Store became a thing, and now it's like your features are just whatever you have downloaded. People used to buy digital cameras. iPhones basically killed that shit. Like, their cameras are better than most shit you're going to buy now unless you're getting something crazy. And now it's like, we're at the point now where like with iPhones, like maybe the last reason you buy one is because it's a phone. It's like everything else that it does is like why you fuck with it. It's people's credit cards. It's people's, like I said, cameras, people's way they talk to their members like over video. It's people, basically business computers and shit. Like it's everything. So it's like, we've had VR out now for probably, I don't know, in a serious way, probably like 5-6 years at this point.
I'd say about that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And to this point, like Apple's been basically on the sidelines. They ain't even done like, Google had like Google Glass, Google Cardboard, shit like that. Apple ain't played around with it at all. And like now they're diving in a big way. It's honestly probably like the most technologically impressive headset out, besides like probably the PSVR 2. Like with the 4K in each eye and all that shit, and like the screen outside, like this is stuff nobody has thought about to this point.
Like, the screen on the outside is crazy. Like when you look at the picture of it, they show the person's eyes, and it's like, oh, the thing is see through, but it's like, no, there's a fucking OLED screen pointing out. And it's like when you're watching a movie, it'll show like the reflection of the movie on the screen, so not actually your eyes, like kind of what you're seeing.
Yeah, and they got the cameras pointing outwards too, so like you're never cut off from the outside world. Like you can always see what's going on around you and shit like that. they showed like with the FaceTime thing, how like they can make like an avatar of you. So when you're talking to somebody else, like even though like you can't, the camera's not on you, they have an AI rendering of you. So people
and what your face is doing.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
They can still see like the reactions you're making and shit.
That shit's crazy. The making of the theater, any size that you want while you have the shit on, that shit's crazy. You got 3D spatial audio within the headset. It's just it's really like a whole lot of tech packed into one.
They were saying if you have a Mac computer running like the newest Mac OS software, if you look at your computer while you're wearing that, you can essentially like turn your computer on and have your computer screen be your headset. And like if you have your like Bluetooth keyboard and shit, you can use all that stuff.
And there's no hand things either. It's just doing it with the outside camera, like taking where you're
like
pointing
move your fingers around and you click your fingers and do all that shit.
Like they be doing on the movies and the TV and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is space age shit, man. And the price is space age too, but I think like this is probably the start of the actual crazy shit happening. Like it's probably it's kicking the ball off.
The price is more than I can afford, but honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting them to say like $5,000 or like, but then we're like, who the fuck is buying this for $5,000?
Oh yeah, they're definitely losing money on each one of these things. But I think it's to get the technology out there and get people like the developers involved with this shit, so they start making things with like stuff like this in mind. Because then the next one's probably going to be even crazier.
Yeah, this shit's insane. The stuff that they've already like. The things that you would think of that would be in the second and third version are already here. Like looking at your computer and getting that to like pull stuff up, having it be where you can like, there's enough cameras where you're never cut off from the outside. Like the only negative about it is the battery life. Like it's 2 hours on that like battery pack, but you can obviously also plug into the wall. So if you're at home, that doesn't really matter. But that's like the only negative to it that they said.
And even then, like I can't realistically think of a way that the 2 hours is going to be bad. Like, because if I'm watching a movie, I'm probably sitting on the couch. At that point, I can probably plug this thing into the wall.
Or people were talking about a plane, but like basically every plane now has something you can plug into the back of your.
And you're wild and you wear this shit on the plane. I'm just.
I'll
say it right now.
If I get one, I'm absolutely wearing it on the plane.
I'm wearing it to the club.
Are you kidding me? No,
I'm gonna look like I want an NBA championship.
I feel like half the reason a lot of people would get this is for wearing it on planes.
I hope you get fucking dope fiend right when you step out to the car pickup.
But you can see.
No, but no, you're gonna have it off at that point. But they've been following you since like Tucson.
I know this nigga's rich.
Yeah,
right. You get put on a no-fly list for $3,000.
Yeah, you're running right down to the end of this line.
No, but that shit looks crazy. I'm excited to see what kind of discount that company might offer that would maybe be available to me. Because this shit is something I definitely want. When I knew about to be expensive, when they started like right before they said the price, they were like, if you think about buying a 4K OLED TV, here's how much it would cost you. If you're thinking about buying like a surround sound system, here's how much it would cost you. If you're thinking about buying a desktop, here's how much. I'm like, Nick.
Think about buying a Lincoln Navigator.
This is going to replace every piece of entertainment in your home. You don't need a TV. You don't need lights. You don't even need a kitchen. You got this thing.
You don't need them kids either.
Fuck them.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them. Get one for them.
They'll know. So that she watch Peppa Pig in 4K? Spatial audio? No.
Now my baby overstimulated. Thank you.
I'll never see her again. All right, yeah, that's some cool shit though, man. I'm excited to see. I'm also excited to see what's next. I'm excited to see what people do with these when they're out, too. I know I'll probably not gonna experience that shit myself unless I'm at my mom's house, but yeah.
Stop acting like you're not gonna have one.
It's $3,500.
$3,500 is a lot of money, dude.
It is. But
I think my first 3 cars that I bought combined did not cost $3,500. Like what I paid for them. Like different time, but goddamn, like $3,500 is a lot of money.
That's a good amount of money.
I can't think of anything I spent that much money on other than like a car.
I wish I could have went car shopping with you. I did not find them deals. My first one was $1,200. The second one was $5,000.
Pays to know people, man.
Then we're stopping it for that.
Sheesh. So if this comes out next year, how long you think they start dropping? You think they drop one of these like every other year? You think, or
no?
I think we're like every 3 probably on this.
Yeah.
Because
products like this, like the computers, the HomePods, and stuff like that, that aren't phones, iPads, and watches, is usually like 2.5, 3 years.
I think because they set the bar so much on like the technology on this shit like that, they got to give like the developers time to catch up to what they got going on.
True.
Yep.
Which is probably going to take a little bit of time because nobody is, I don't think, thinking about VR in like this type of aspect right now. So they're going to reset what that shit looks like. This is the bar now, most likely, and it's going to take a little bit of time.
Is PSVR 2 out now?
It is. Yeah,
it's been out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been out for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Every time I hear about the games they got out, none of that shit sounds appealing. So I can't imagine me buying it anytime soon. But it's been out.
I want one bad, man. I just for Gran Turismo, but I'm just waiting for a sale. Honestly,
is it still full price right now? Like $549?
Oh yeah,
we gonna get you one during football season. We're gonna hit a parlay. We got you.
I'm cursed, bro. I probably should delete FanDuel Sports.
Nah, man,
you gotta wait till the right sports is on, man.
You gotta wait till dog. You gotta at least wait for next season for football.
I gotta see it. I don't know if football's gonna drain me fucking dry. I know that's just bad.
You about to be doing halftime props, quarter props.
Yeah, I be betting on baseball games and football, basketball games I don't give a fuck about, and so I know football's gonna be bad.
Have you bet on international stuff at all yet?
Soccer.
Other than that, like you ain't bet on no like Russian basketball or like lithium.
No, you start betting on shit like that, then that's when
They had
had
tennis in there one day. They had cricket in there one day. They had handball in there one day. They might have had highlight in there one day, but I'm like, bro, like,
what is that?
The shit with the curved scoop where you go against the wall.
I thought that was handball, or never mind. I didn't even know what that was. Never mind.
You know, highlight. You probably seen a highlight set before.
We played with that shit in elementary school.
That's what I'm saying. Every like school had like a little toy with plastic one or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I ain't touched none of that shit.
Nah, I know one of the homies. He had a brother that had like a gambling problem. He said that nigga was betting on like Chinese 3-on-3.
Because people would just be looking at the odds. They're like, man, there's no way this other team this is plus 10,000. I'll put $10 on just to see what it do.
See, when I almost bet on tennis, that's what it was. It was like the odds, like for like the person playing like Novak Djokovic or like Coco Gauff, be like so fucking crazy that if like the upset happens, like you're out of here. So it's like I got $5 for this, but like
why not?
I was like, nah,
just burning money.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
Chick-fil-A or something later.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Pride Month. Sorry, not my fault.
Hey, somebody from my job just last night was telling me about how Chick-fil-A, I guess, hired a vice president of like inclusion and diversity. So they've been getting like boycotted by the right this week. Like Republicans aren't fucking with them anymore because they're going woke. So people telling me it's cool to eat there again. We're okay. We're safe.
I'm about to start boycotting Chick-fil-A, bro. Them sandwiches be like $6 now.
Nah, you gotta get off the sandwiches. There's other good stuff on that menu.
Hey, the salads is smacking. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, you get them grilled chicken nuggets with the mac and cheese.
Them grilled chicken nuggets are ass.
Nah, it's just a fire.
No, because I get the
they ain't the regular nuggets.
With the chicken supreme or whatever the grilled chicken sandwich is with the bacon and cheese on it. That's my shit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I switched to the butter bun through the app. You feel me?
Yeah.
Can't be having the whole wheat shit.
Don't try to dumb me
I
down.
know this is what y'all came here for. So Chick-fil-A orders.
What else would they be here for?
I'm not sure. The Jaguars using the Madden Futuristic Stadium for their rendering of the new stadium.
They're trying to make their whole stadium like the center of downtown.
That shit looks hard. Those pictures.
So you can go there and get shot. That's crazy.
That's a badass. Yeah, I guess Jacksonville's like that out there, but that shit look cool. Those look pretty nice.
You guys play 3 home games out of the country every year.
We play 2.
The fuck are you doing that for?
They got 2. They got 2 there, like back-to-back weeks. That's fucking ass. So I gotta wake up at like fucking 5:30 a.m. for 2 weeks in a row.
That's about to be one of them things where it's like, oh, the Jaguars won't play in Jacksonville for 84 days or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be something.
They got sold in the live merger too. There's just there's no small text at the bottom. Part of Saudi Arabia about the Jaguars.
Nigga. I won't even say I was shocked. I can't imagine how, like, my feeling when I first saw that Live and PGA merged was, my first thought was, what about them niggas' money? Because they talked about so many people. They were like, don't take this money. If you take this money, you can never play here again. We will never speak to you. Your name's off the books. All your records are gone.
Oh, you have skipped over the worst part of what Jay Monahan was talking about.
Go ahead, hit me.
McElroy turned down $500 million, right? Didn't he?
Nigga, they said Tiger turned down almost $1 billion.
Yeah, Tiger turned down 800.
That's
and McElroy, they put McElroy on the stand every single event they could for him to be like, I don't rock with that. I don't do that or whatever. And just always like standing tall for the PGA. Meanwhile, they in the back room sharing like Wendy's chili and shit, talking about, hey man, we can make something kick. Like,
this is incredibly nasty work.
But Jay Monahan was saying, like, you never have to apologize to anybody for playing on the PGA Tour. Like, I talk with family members of people who died in 9/11, and like, I couldn't imagine us doing business with them. Like, he was like saying shit like that.
Oh no!
And now he's sold to him. Like, what are you doing?
No. Oh no!
So now it's fuck them 9/11 families, 9/11 victims. Like, for real.
Oh. That's the craziest part is people were taking stands that were like, this is like, I will die before I do this other shit, or like, I can't imagine like selling out in this way. And they were like, it doesn't really matter that much.
Like, they killed Phil Mickelson for saying like, hey man, look, I know they done some wild shit, but like, the money's good. Like, they murdered him in the press for that, and that's literally the same stance the PGA has right now. Like,
what about
Nudie said it best, man. Look what that money make a bitch do.
Boy,
what that money make a bitch do.
God damn.
Dog, imagine I can. You could have got 500 M's, and then man, I'd never play golf again.
Nah, this is some shit that's worth killing. Like if Tiger Woods like killed the head of the PGA Tour, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's crazy.
See, now I should have had the audio clip. Jadakiss saying like, security can't stop a fridge on the
Security can't stop a fridge.
If they said Tiger would just drop the fucking Escalade on his head, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
It'd be a Hyundai Genesis, sir, or a Hyundai GV80.
Oh, my bad. But they were like, they were talking about how like Phil Mickelson would never recover because like no matter how much money you took, like no one will ever look at you the same or talk about you the same. You're like, history's kind of wiped from the books. It didn't make sense for Tiger to take all that money. It's like, if we know Tiger of like, oh, all he did was take the Saudi money, it's nasty, and then he didn't, and they were giving me $1 billion, I'm dropping a nuclear missile on your house.
The thing is with golf though, like the reality of it is like, with golf, like with golf professionals at least, the reality of it is though that while there may be a lot of conversation online, like from us fans and whatnot, their sponsors are not the ones with voices like us. They don't talk like us. Their sponsors are like Audemars Piguet and Ricard Millet and shit like that. Like just hella expensive brands that do business in Saudi Arabia. So players going to the Live Tour didn't really fuck up their money in that sense. Like maybe if your brand was Nike, because Nike's like, I don't know, a bit more to the streets on shit like that, I guess.
Well, I guess it fucks the conversation up more than it fucks up the money, which maybe they care, maybe they don't. And I think Tiger will probably care.
That, the golf fans like that actually go to these events, they still fuck with Phil. Like Phil, you want to see somebody crazy ass flop shot, you're going to watch Phil Mickelson. Like that's it don't change nothing.
Yeah. Hey, well, shout out to him because it didn't change then. He been getting money since getting money.
He got the bag. He about to get another bag.
Yeah, we finna just be playing finito the whole day.
That's the money over there is not fucking real. They put the GTA code in, like for real, like because then they paid that soccer player $200 million a year or something.
Yeah, Benzema or Benzema, I think.
There ain't nobody's that nice at no fucking sport.
Nope.
Ain't no way.
I know Ronaldo's over there. Man. Ronaldo's over there getting like a damn near $1 billion, and he's like
getting kicked in the head over there too. His team sucks. He got his coach fired, I think, already.
He fucking hates it, but it's like,
I'm gonna find some business over there. There's got to be something.
I don't want it. I don't know, man.
Nigga, I want it. Pause.
That shit seems scary.
Jamal was ready to sell us to the Blades last week.
You already did the last Jamal over there.
Nigga, I'm broke.
They turn you into Jamal Khashoggi,
boy.
Man. Dog, come on, man.
Jamal, do you know who Jamal Khashoggi is?
He doesn't. The way he reacted, he does not.
The part of the reason that like Americans hate the Saudi.
You seen that Mortal Kombat trailer today, like the shit at the end. Johnny Cage got done.
A journalist for the Washington Post went over there. I think he was in a U.S. embassy or the Saudi embassy or something like that. And they got him on camera. He like walks into a room, and then a couple seconds later, like 4 other people walk into that room.
Purina dog food.
And they said they hit him with a bone saw and like chopped him up. They took him out of there in bags. Like he was just a regular journalist.
Scattered him around the city.
He got cut up.
Like this is like a real thing? Or like a rumor?
Yeah,
no, ain't no rumor.
Jamal, this was like 5 years ago.
Holy
shit. It's all on like HD video.
Yeah, Big T was in office, so ain't shit happened like that.
Like you can if you Google Jamal Khashoggi video right now, you will be able to see a man like walk into a room and come out like Blake said, Korean dog chow.
Yeah,
and like nobody went to jail or
to
jail. Excuse me,
the government did it. The government did it.
They did 9/11. Ain't nobody go to fucking jail for that. What the fuck are you talking about?
They said the third
one
richest,
journalist.
It was the third richest person on the planet that said, "Hey, I'm calling in a hit."
Yeah, who's taking him to jail? Yeah. Excuse me. He'll flip this whole shit upside down right now.
What jail?
Yeah.
Hey, Blake. Speaking of jail, you live like an hour away from like the worst jail ever.
Oh, from Florence. Hey,
oh my god!
Look. So there's multiple stories out here right now, but this state has some fucking scammers in specifically Florence, where ADXs, where El Chapo is and shit, and Unabomber and all types of other people.
It's every bomber and every like major like political criminal in the U.S.
If Netflix made a series about them, they are there.
Yeah. If nigga, this the Unabomber, both of the OKC bombers are there. The Boston bomber. I was like, oh, Blake is in hell.
Mm-hmm. But either way, I don't know what his position was in the town. He wasn't the mayor. He was like in charge of their water stuff. Just put it that way. He said that they built a new water plant specifically to support the prison there because they needed more water than like that small town normally needs or whatever. So he had them like kind of fund the bill for it a little bit. But specifically in the contracts that the U.S. government signs with like any person they do business with, like whether that be like Dell Computers or in this instance, the town of Florence water plant, they can't pay more than like what the normal rate is. Like that's part of their contract. Like they got to pay what everybody else pays. And he said that I think they were using like something like 2 million gallons or something a month, which sounds crazy, but like it's a big prison and it takes a lot of water. And he was like charging them 0.0002 cents more than he was everybody else. But like over the like that adds up a lot of when you have that much water for 12 months a year. And I think it went on for like 3 years unchecked. And so he ended up like I think taking like $500,000 off him or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be more than that.
It might have been. Hold on. But
yeah, like that number just sounds incredible.
But he did it like sneakily, and then he didn't get caught until he was like under investigation for like some sexual assault shit, and they had his phone tapped, and he admitted that on the phone.
It's always sexual assault. That's always what gets people. You can't stop being horny, so you got caught. Like I stole $500 billion from the U.S. government, but I also sexually harassed the Secretary of State on my way to doing it.
And that's why I'm in jail.
Okay, he said, when I came here, Florence was losing 600,000 to 500,000 some a year in water because the feds had cut their water consumption down. So we did. You know how it works in water. What I got them to agree to. He said they're paying an extra $28 a month times 2,100 people or whatever it is. It's $600,000 a year, and legally under federal law, they're not supposed to agree that. They're supposed to pay the same rates. So let me see. In March, he said where is the fucking total? Oh, it says millions, so it was in the millions.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't.
That makes more sense because it sounded like he was selling like hundreds of thousands a month.
Yeah, no,
which is crazy.
Was running it up.
Wow,
that's crazy.
And you couldn't stop being horny enough to not get caught. Like that's one of those crimes that you probably get away with forever. You become like soup dog. If you give me, I know it's easy to say with having none of it. You give me $5 million, I'm disappearing.
Well, so the problem
it's easy to say when it's like the money will never stop coming in. But instead of disappearing, he was like, I'm stealing pussy.
Yeah. So he was scamming on behalf of the city, though. Like there was no way he was going to get that money out to himself.
Personally profiting. Okay.
He was just pumping up the city's books. Sure. However, this other lady here, this shit's wild.
There's got to be a way to steal that.
It's the jail podcast today.
Nah, for real. This lady stole $341,000 over the course of 4 years from a church out here to spend on vacations, lingerie, and sex toys.
That's crazy. She was living it up.
Yeah, the fact that every story like this always has that in the headline too. They're never like, oh yeah, just vacations. It's like, nah, just so you know, we looked at all the receipts. This bitch bought a double dome. And she bought a rose toy.
She has a Saints Row weapon loadout.
She probably bought 4 sex toys with all that money.
She was because she had access to like I guess the church's debit card or whatever. So she was like paying off her like utility bills and shit on there too.
Hey, the church is supposed to do that. They're supposed to make sure she keeps her lights on. Not the sex toys.
And just I guess like she was just like buying hella shit from Amazon and everything like that through the church's account because the church is tax free. So she was like saving whatever money on every single purchase.
Oh, no.
Like and ran it up to $341,000, my fault, dollars over the course of 4 years. So that's hella shit.
I respect it more when people be having something to show for it. When it's like they bought cars and like all this shit, or like they bought multiple homes. She just bought lingerie and sex toys. Like you stole like 10 years worth of like the average American's wages.
And my city crazy too, bro. Like, look, this one I've been following this one for a little bit. This lady was running the y'all ever heard of Tantra massage?
She's running a what?
Tantric massage. Yeah, she was running a tantric. They convicted her, or not convicted, of pimping. And she got off.
That makes sense.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's where they like breathe on you all funny until you nut.
What?
Yo.
What?
Somebody clip that.
What?
That's not actually what it is, but if you ever watch like Real Sex on HBO, that's what they be doing, where you like you put your feet to your partner's feet, and then you gotta like think about coming, and then you come.
Nigga, what? What kind of Jedi shit is this?
The shit that got her arrested, but also got her out of jail.
Yeah. Having somebody breathe on you till you nut is crazy.
Shout out to Sean Watson.
Gotta pull the D in and
all right.
Whatever Jason Terry said.
Bro, we need to scam somebody.
We've been getting penetration all season. We got real deep in their bigs.
The cops are coming to somebody's house. God damn.
They are going down our street, actually.
They've been going down your street for 5 minutes. And they just cut their shit off. They're outside.
I mean, they are.
How sick are y'all about to be next week when we get some ads and y'all find out they're from some Saudi startup companies?
No, I'm not gonna be upset. As long as if you ask me for my bank account info, that's all I need to know. Care who it's coming from.
Like,
I'd be scared to get that kind of money, bro. If I'm like, there ain't no way you just like you want something more from me, and I feel like as soon as I don't give it, you're gonna kill me. Like,
this is critically unfocused. Our sponsor today is Saudi Guns,
Aramco Oil,
Aramco.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get this? I just gave them y'all addresses.
Speaking of Aramco, hey Jamal,
what's up?
Are you finally ready to admit that Zion is you with hella money?
I don't know about all that, but I can see where you're going with this.
I've never seen you hate on a fellow anime brother this hard as much as you hate on him.
The only reason he's hating on him is because
his fits
he is
trash, bro.
His fits do be trash, but he's finding his way. Your fits used to be trash.
Is awful.
Jamal, your fits used to be trash. When you first started getting a little bit of money, your fits used to be trash.
Oh, y'all definitely let me wear like leather.
Nigga, you was wearing floral pants and leather pants. Your fits used to be trash. You were Zion.
Bro, but he's got millions, bro. Dog,
okay.
This nigga,
he got nicer
signed up
trash
a max
fit.
contract and had on some big ass Levi's with a black vest and a white K&G button up on it.
This would have been, bruh. Y'all, it's okay. So let me even paint the scenario for you, Jamal. Let's say you accepted that Eastern Oregon offer. You went out there, you balled out for 2 years, then you transferred because like you look so good, like San Diego State came and picked you up or something like that. You were their nickel corner. So now you out in San Diego, D1 football player. You probably would have had headlines just like this man. But you'd have still been in school. Like you, the way like you put your age back then, the way you was moving back then.
But with the access that he has now, you would have been worse.
No, yeah, probably, yeah, for sure. And
you would have had trash fits.
And how old is Zion? So yeah, put Zion
Zion's
at
like 22.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look.
Wait, yeah. What year were you? 22? Like 2014?
Yeah, sounds about right.
2013, something like that. Yeah, nah. Come on, dude. You and Zion are the same person. So
he's out here wilding, man.
Jamal, were you on Twitter when he was getting cooked in real time? Yeah. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Well, we all know who Mariah Mills is. Terrible porn star.
We all do not.
She's hella stiff. She got a terrible body job.
Good face.
Yeah, the face is straight, but like the body is trash. It's she's built like a capital P. And
it's built like a capital P.
Yeah, dog, she built like a Bug's Life.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
So how come she tried to use him spitting in her mouth as like, it seemed like that was like supposed to be like a dig at him?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Is that a slanderous thing to admit a man did?
No, I think she's saying like, I let you spit in my mouth. Like,
how could
you were doing all this freaky shit with me. So we're being freaky. You should have told me that you were being freaky with somebody else.
But she let dudes like nut in her lace front for $1,200 probably. So
but for sure. But he was like, he may or may not have her pregnant. So that automatically means if you spit in her mouth and she might be pregnant, you're a piece of shit.
Why do we? Not we. Let me not say we. What is the mentality that treats a pregnancy as if it's just the man's fault, as if the woman did not consent to having unprotected sex, knowing she wasn't on birth control?
Only the man can lay the foundation of life. You understand?
That's not true. They can do that shit with a turkey baster down at the Twitter.
But if you're on Twitter, only the man can lay the foundation of life. God so it is solely his fault. He should not have nutted in her. He had the option to not do it.
That man got more babies than playoff games, though, so that's crazy.
That does he has more, yeah, he has more babies than playoff appearances.
Bro, she's still tweeting about him, bro.
Games,
she got
period.
a tweet 35
games.
Yeah. She's having a breakdown, bro. She saw her paycheck go down the drain, man. Saw that the other chick got pregnant. Somebody said his baby moms that got pregnant, they said she's 29. They was like, yo, what a buzzer beater to hit like before you turn 30.
Zion had more babies than 60-game seasons.
Is his baby mom also is also a porn star?
No, she just she does like cam stuff.
Yeah,
I don't really consider that a porn star.
Because
Ryan Hill's like, an actual porn
people
star.
People are saying he's collecting porn stars. So
internet naughty.
Yeah, like so the last thing she tweeted was I'm ready to be deleted off this earth. I don't feel safe. People threatening me thanks to you. I can't do this anymore. Fuck
Mariah Mills did?
She tweeted this 36 minutes ago. And right before that, she said, I have a name and it's not a porn star. I retired in 2019. Thanks a lot.
Oh, my fault.
Her shit was garbage anyway, dude. Fuck that bitch.
Did she think she could just hang that shit up?
She didn't have
she's
to
like
open
35, bro. Zion's 22. Like
she didn't have to open the can of worms to even like have these conversations happen to be like, I don't even want to be here anymore.
This is full on leopards ate my face. Like
you didn't have to say anything. So in hindsight,
Stephen A. Smith was talking about it on his show yesterday.
Hey, bruh, the 2019 NBA draft is some bullshit in hindsight now.
Free Ja. Y'all still fucking wilding. Don't make no sense. He didn't hurt nobody. Adam Silver, you a hoe.
Are you saying that? Didn't he say he had a toy gun?
Yeah, man. All this, he brandished the fucking weapon. Okay. He didn't point it at nobody. He ain't shoot nobody. He ain't hurt nobody. The fuck you talking about?
Toy gun being the reason is crazy.
Stop using these double standards on black men to demonize and treat us like fucking thugs. And just because the image that he portrays is one that you feel threatened by.
Up to Blake right now, Blake.
Who else from the 2019 class? Tell us about the rest of the class.
So Zion and Ja Morant were the top two.
Okay.
Then you had RJ Barrett, who
he's been chilling,
plays basketball.
Darius Garland,
relax. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland, Jarrett Culver, who I don't think plays basketball anymore.
I forgot about him.
Kobe White.
Shout out Culver's a restaurant though.
I remember Jackson Hayes got locked up because the cops had to come to his house and get him from beating up his girlfriend. And I think they body slammed him multiple times.
I was gonna say he got hemmed up on the front porch on the ring camera.
Yeah, he got body slammed multiple times. You got Rui, who's on a different team. Cam Reddish, who's on a different team. These are not all the same level of severity, mind you. Different team does not equate to like beating up your girlfriend, just so that's out the way. Cameron Johnson's on a different team. PJ Washington had a marriage and divorce, multiple custody battles with Brittany Renner.
You see Shaq's kicking it with her now?
Hey.
That is terrifying.
He knows how to navigate all that shit, though. He'd be fine.
So we got at least 2 players that have babies with women who were naked on the internet at one point. Tyler Hero, he had a baby with Katia, I think.
Give me that.
Yeah, she was an IG model, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she was fully naked on the internet, but Tyler Hero is a different case altogether. My audio is glitching.
No, but I don't know. Someone just said Brittany Renner sent me that. I don't know.
Oh wow, that's
crazy.
Okay. After that, the rest of the draft is uneventful. There's some good players in here. I don't want to talk about good players. Ooh, Kevin Porter Jr. is here. He threw a soup at somebody.
Yeah, he's had like domestic violence allegations and shit too.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know he beat niggas up in the strip club. I didn't know he
beating up women too.
Blake has found a way to make an ESPN ticker.
Blake.
We're like 60 episodes into using StreamYard, and Blake is finding new features to be horny. I'm calling the police. All right,
send the files.
Anyway, that draft class ass.
Shout out Darius Garland though. He might be the best player in that class right now.
Comfortably. Yeah. With no smut on his name.
They could have had him. Shame.
Y'all didn't need him. Y'all whooped their ass in the playoffs this year, remember?
Probably would have been better if we had him.
Makes sense.
This is true. You think y'all get rid of Julius this upcoming season?
Please, God.
What
he made third team All NBA.
He has for real issues that need to be worked out. He needs like a sports therapist. He can't be the best player.
I agree with that.
What do you think? What's his trade value?
It's got to be high as it can be for a little bit.
Let's take a team like the Lakers for example, right? Where y'all are like kind of like cap trap. If there's a way that you guys could fit Julius Randle on your team, you probably take that deal because reality of it is like you can't really add talent any other way. So it's an all NBA player. So you got to find deals like that. And I don't really know what that looks like because those are kind of weird situations.
Yeah. Very specific situations.
Yeah.
Nasty work.
Or send him to I don't know, Dallas probably, right? Like he's from there. Maybe that'll fix all his issues. I don't know.
He's from Kentucky.
But so he got a lot of flack during the playoffs. After the one game, I think we won against the Heat, or we won 2 games against them, I think. But the first game we won against the Heat, where he went to go kiss his wife
after
the game
and his kid.
And I thought that was crazy at first, but then I heard some
crazy.
I heard some NBA players talk about it, and it's like, bro, like in those situations, like playoffs and shit like that, your mind should be like solely on the game, and the fact that like you weren't thinking of your team like right after y'all did that just means like you probably weren't locked in all the way, which kind of adds up with kind of how he played. Like I said, I think he probably just needs some help, probably a little bit more maturity. He's made a lot of leaps in his time in the league, but there's something else that needs to happen with him, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that point's an interesting like thought about him like going to his family right away, because it wasn't like they were like up in the crowd; they were courtside, so it's not crazy to like. I guess
this can't be the only time
them, but
players have their family courtside in the playoff game.
No, yeah, for sure. But I'm saying it's not crazy to be focused on them, but it is kind of like it is a little crazy to be focused.
He didn't go to the team at all. Like you said, fuck y'all.
Yeah, that is a little wild. But I feel like NBA players typically after playoff games just like storm into the tunnel. Like win or loss, they just go into the tunnel. They don't really celebrate, right?
They'd be locked in.
Yeah. Yeah. And they weren't by the tunnel. He had to go the opposite direction.
Brother.
All right. I'm trying to think of, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before.
I've never seen that.
At least not with the cameras the way they showed it. Like the camera showed like 4K up close, hug, love you, like whole conversation.
I can remember LeBron's reaction after every ring that he won, and it was never that. And that man's about his family as much as anybody.
Yeah. Or after a loss, it's literally straight into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking of. Like every Lakers playoff game is LeBron storming into the tunnel because it's just like either we won or we lost. When I'm out of here.
I ain't seen Kobe run over, hug the girls. I never seen that shit. Like
I seen Candace Parker do it after they won the WNBA.
Y'all wilding out.
There's like 4 people in the arena, so that's good.
All right.
Did you guys watch Summer Games Fest?
Yes.
Did you?
I did waste
I
my
watched
time.
it. I watched like a short, like a condensed version of it once I got home from work.
Up to the first after the first ad break, there wasn't really anything that I like cared to see. Spider-Man, obviously. Yeah, I didn't. There was nothing I was like excited for that I could think about. Mortal Kombat looked incredible.
That shit does look.
They do their thing on there. I'm gonna definitely watch some people play that.
I was about to say I can't wait to be asked at that game in like 2 years.
They because I know the first shit I saw was the Final Fantasy VII. They said that's supposed to be on 2 discs. What the fuck do they mean 2 discs?
Well, that's the Final Fantasy VII like Rebirth is on 2 discs, which it probably doesn't matter if you buy the digital copy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's just crazy that like
But
they
if
have
you
like
buy
a
the
physical
physical
game on 2 discs. That looked pretty good.
They had a Final Fantasy mobile game too. I don't play any of the Final Fantasy shit, but that also looked good.
Final Fantasy 16 comes out next week, I want to say.
Soon, very soon.
We got the release date for Spider-Man 2, October 20th. So I'm definitely going to see if I can get that day off.
Yeah, I already put my vacation in for that today because that shit looks fire.
Did you see like the collector's edition with the statue and all that shit is $229?
I didn't see the price.
How big the statue?
God, 16 inches, I think it said.
That statue racist though, because it's got Venom like it's got Peter like hitting Venom with a web, but he holding Miles' leg like he finna fuck Miles up. Like,
Miles is 12 years old.
Yeah, you don't know what he fucking with.
Yeah,
he still be finding out he has new powers and shit. Like, come on, man.
They finna have him going to work in that game. They're definitely have like Miles gonna have to beat the shit out of Peter, get the symbiote off of him at one point in that game, and I'm ready for that
for sure.
He's finna smoke Peter. What else did they show? They showed another not Ninja Gaiden. They showed like Yakuza. Was it like a dragon?
Like
Gaiden?
a dragon.
Yeah, they showed that.
Man with no name. Tell us the backstory on that. Who is
I don't remember. He's finna. I don't know. Nigga cleared his name. I know it's Kiryu though, but there's too many of those games.
Big fan,
man. Shout out to Yakuza. What else did they show? They showed Land of the Exiled or some shit like that.
Yeah, they showed another Prince of Persia.
And the Akira Toriyama game, the Sand game.
Sandland. That looks okay.
Yeah, that shit looks solid.
Yeah. Yeah, Prince of Persia, that was random. I was like, I feel like we were supposed to get like Prince of Persia shit like years ago.
It turned into Assassin's Creed.
They were talking about that shit when the movie came out.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
I've never seen that movie. I've never seen that or the Assassin's Creed movie.
I would Assassin's Creed movie either.
I would consider watching the Prince of Persia movie if it wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm gonna watch the Assassin's Creed movie this week. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a point to watch that shit because I know they got the big ass. The Animus is like a giant.
If you watch it, I'll watch it too, and we can review it next week.
I'll watch it.
Come back.
Who's the main character in that movie?
Jake Gyllenhaal. No, it's Michael Fassbender.
Is it Fassbender or
Fassbender? It's the nigga that played Magneto. It's Fassbender.
All right, yeah. So are we saying over or under a 4?
Out of 10?
Yep.
Under.
Shit. All right, let's see.
I don't know anybody that's seen it, and all of
I haven't really seen it either.
All of us like movies and video game movies and haven't watched it. It has a 5.6 on IMDb, but it has a 19 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, video game movies are typically bad. So
yeah.
Was there a damn? What was I just
Williams
thinking? Fucking game was I thinking about? Never mind, I forgot now. Damn, it's gone. Never mind.
Yeah, no, yeah. All right, we'll review that next week.
Oh, was there a Far Cry movie? I feel like there's a Far Cry movie.
Is there?
I don't know. So.
That seems like
there might be a movie that was like maybe an animated movie.
They might have did like a little short or something, but I don't think there's no Far Cry movie.
Oh, there is a movie called Far Cry in 2008.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
this can't be based off the game.
It says loosely adapted from the video game of the same name.
Oh wow, who's in it?
Yo, that might be the better watch.
Tim, if I say the people's names, it's nobody you've ever known.
Okay,
but if you've seen the people, it's like, oh, I've seen you in something before.
Using a Gap commercial.
Yeah, like Till Schweiger, Udo Kier, like
that's my dude.
Mike Dowd. You've seen these people in movies before, but you don't like know them by name.
Share your screen, Tyrell.
Okay. Hold on.
Not that tab, but that tab.
I know. I'd be looking at shit in Safari. I'd be using the. That's crazy for you to even say that.
Hey, my tabs be straight. I don't use my computer for smut.
Why do you think I was stuck? Smut. It's crazy.
What do you use your computer for?
Nigga, this
audio editing. Is that Peyton
Manning? Like this dude, I feel like we've seen and stuff.
Oh, he definitely harassed a lady on a Netflix series.
Craig Fairbass.
He was like he harassed women outside of work.
This is the main character, Till Schweiger. You've seen him in something before.
He smokes pills.
He boofs them.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's in Inglourious Bastards. I think he's the Nazi in Inglourious Bastards.
Don't tell me he went to war over her.
Yeah, you gotta go to war for the Gucci in the movie.
Yikes!
I've seen that guy before.
He's in Gladiator. Ralph Moeller.
He looked like some voice actors.
There are a lot of people that are in movies that were like from the late 90s, early 2000s that you've seen once on like TNT on a Saturday afternoon. 8 Miles High. Like this is her second biggest movie. Yeah. Anyway.
Have y'all seen y'all seen Spider-Verse yet? Or am I the only one that still sees it?
I'm going Saturday.
Home release, baby.
That's crazy. That's very anti-black of you.
Hey, but we can get to a theory from that movie, Jamal, since you brought it up.
Oh, okay, bet.
So, Tyrell,
I am disappointed you guys ain't seen it yet, though.
It's not gonna give you no spoilers.
I'm going to see it Saturday.
But they marked the shit as spoilers. But I don't think it's spoilers, personally, because I read it already. So, I'm gonna just read. IGN made this article, and they've been wild this week, honestly. But I'm gonna read this shit. So what they said, much of the speculation, at least, or relatability for LGBT viewers revolves around Gwen's arc and how she comes out to her police father.
I've seen this theory before.
Police officer father as Spider-Woman, the character he's been trying to track down. Earlier in the movie, the two have a painful falling out as Gwen is forced to reveal herself to her father as Spider-Woman following a confirmation with the Vulture, leading to Gwen running off to become part of the Spidey Society. But hold on, we're gonna fast forward down a little bit. Something goes wrong. She comes back to her father. He accepts her for who she is. And in the background of the scene where that shit happens, there's a mesh of blue, pink, and white shades. And because of this and some other things,
they think it's the trans flag.
Let me land.
Wait,
my fault.
I'm about to say, hold on.
Yes, yeah. People they're assuming Gwen is trans.
Wait, but I'm looking at the flag. The flag says protect trans kids on it, like in the scene.
There's more than that. That's just part of it. That's part of the reason why they think she is. So, so before this, her father is not wearing anything on his uniform extra, but after this, he's wearing like a trans pride flag on his uniform too. And she has that protect trans kids thing inside her room. That's the flag of it with that on there. And yeah, they said her white cop dad wears the trans colors on his uniform. No fucking cop is that much of an ally unless they have a trans family member. Just all these people from Twitter just like rallying behind this. It's just a little crazy. Like Gwen has like I guess trans colors inside her hair and shit like that.
It's the colors from her suit, like the blue and the pink.
Or is it?
But it could be both. I mean, all of the other things are very obvious though. Like the dad does have the patch on his.
You think when they made this character in like the 80s that they made her trans?
No, that's not the point. The people think happens today is that they put like how you inject the turkey with flavor, they inject the movies with wokeness. The same. That's what they think is happening right now.
Like when you make Little Mermaid black, you also make Gwen Stacy, who was a fake character. You make her trans.
Okay.
But I mean, all the stuff that they're showing in these tweets and these screenshots are like, it's not like, oh, maybe. It's very obvious that that's the case.
Yeah. And I think this is a good quote here from Mark Hamill because someone asked him if he thought Luke Skywalker could be gay. And he said, like, if you think he's gay, of course he's gay. Like, because it's not a real character. So it's like, if that's how you interpreted it, then sure, why not? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He's ready to be done with Star Wars, too. He said Star Wars does not need Luke Skywalker no more.
There ain't shit else they can do with him at this point. He died already.
Yeah, they need to. They had that CGI for him at the end of Mandalorian, right?
Yes, but that was young
season 2.
Luke, so I don't know how much of that was actually Mark Hamill doing anything. He might get some voice lines.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think that was Boba Fett. Matter of fact.
Nah, that wasn't Boba Fett because I haven't watched Book of Boba Fett.
Oh,
but they only showed him at the end of Mandalorian, but then they said they showed him again in Boba Fett, and that's where he goes on.
He wasn't Boba Fett again, yeah, because he had to go pick up Grogu from training with him.
Yeah, which is how they link back up because we watched Mandalorian and they were apart and then they were together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ahsoka comes out in August, right? And then they just dropped like the release date for that.
I don't know. Disney bullshit on the advertising. Secret Wars comes out in 2 weeks. You ain't seen shit about it.
I've been seeing it on like YouTube ads.
I have not at all.
Sam Jackson about to, I've seen it like twice. Sam Jackson about to drop 30. I'm ready for that.
I don't have YouTube ads. That's probably why I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, rich guy.
Yeah, you feel me?
Me neither, but you typically see ads on like the side and shit.
I'm saying I watch a lot of YouTube TV, like actual TV with commercials. So I don't see ads on that.
That shit about to be tough. I think is it next week or 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep. That shit's about to be hard. I wonder how many episodes. Did they say anything about how many episodes Secret Wars is supposed to be?
No,
like
they probably have,
Invasion,
but I don't know.
But they have not.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
I'm looking at the Disney Plus post right now. It doesn't say how many episodes. I probably assume 8 though.
Safe number.
Yeah, 6 or 8.
Is that enough to the story? You think, Jamal?
Sure, yeah. Because every episode probably gonna be like an hour. They've done full stories of all the other shit they've been doing. Now, if it'll be good, that's the question. I got faith in Sam Jackson though.
What do you need to see happen for it to be good?
I just need to see the best actor of all time do his thing.
Okay, so it's good no matter what then.
Oh yeah, of course.
What series are you watching then to see that? Huh?
What series am I watching when?
Why are you being a hater?
You don't like Sam Jackson?
Hey,
y'all know my stance on him. I've said this before to y'all.
I had an argument about Sam. I think that's why one of the reasons we talked about it before. I had an argument about Sam Jackson being the best black actor of all time.
He's the best actor of all time.
Was not trying to hear. I don't know about the best actor of all time, but at minimum, best black actor of all time because his range is absolutely incredible.
He has hella range, but Blake doesn't think he does.
I am so on the opposite of y'all in this.
I wouldn't say the best actor of all time.
I think he's in. Yeah, for me, he's in a bucket of like
you said
Kevin Hart, Denzel, The Rock, them type of dudes where it's like
Kevin
Gerard
Hart,
Butler,
Denzel, The Rock.
Hold on, let me land. Where it's like you're going to the movie to see them do their thing in this environment, but their thing is always like their thing, like it's the same shit from them. And I don't mean that he's bad at doing that, but to say he has range is like crazy to me because like you know what you asked Sam Jackson to do. And he's been doing
whatever
it for
the
years.
role is for the character. He's done hella different shit.
He's done hella different.
Bro, he's done science fiction. He's been a hitman. He's been a cop. Nigga, Coach Carter.
So the Rock was a zoologist. He was a janitor inside a skyscraper. Hold on, let me. He was a special agent for the U.S. government. You know, he was a sports agent. He was so different in all those, right?
He was a basketball coach. He was a nigga driving on the freeway. They got in a car accident.
Will Ferrell was a NASCAR driver. He was a kid soccer coach. He was a amateur basketball player. He had hella range, right?
I don't know if that's necessarily the same, but also
that's how I feel when I see him.
But that's also kind of like
I don't think so.
See what you like to diminish the accomplishments.
You think Sam Jackson in like Unbreakable is the same Sam Jackson that was in Coach Carter?
That's one. Cool.
You think Sam Jackson in A Time to Kill? You think Sam Jackson playing the dad in A Time to Kill was the same Jackson from Pulp Fiction?
I haven't seen that one. I can name you the same Jacksons I've seen. I have not seen A Time to Kill. I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Dog, he's in hella fucking movies, and
I know. But like, look how far back you went. A Time to Kill is hella long ago.
That was 96. But he's been acting since like the 80s.
I'm just saying, like, you look at like Snakes in a Plane, Forward, like Classics. He's been like the same loud dude on that every fucking movie.
So you think Snakes in a Plane and his character in Glass was the same character?
Okay, you keep naming these Bruce Willis fucking movies. I haven't seen those movies.
But Snakes on a Plane, Glass was the second, like that came out in 2019. That everybody watched that movie.
I haven't. Jamal, have you seen Glass?
Nah, I haven't seen that.
Okay. My fault.
I
wanted to lie so bad.
I thought you niggas was watching like the comic book movies and shit.
No.
I see that movie and I'm like, man, they got that white nigga that was playing Professor X.
All I'm saying is his range is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't
know. Maybe the stuff that's advertised to me, I feel like he's kind of playing the same person, but I don't mean that as a slight to his ability to act, because I do feel like he smokes it in the shit that he gets brought on for, but I just feel like he gets brought on to be the same guy. Like I feel like I feel the same way about Denzel, honestly.
But okay, and
I've never heard you say this about like Brad Pitt or Russell Crowe.
People also consider
I don't watch their fucking movies. I like us.
Yeah, so if I'm comparing to Denzel, though, like people say Denzel's like one of the best actors of all time, period. I'll tell you that Denzel's probably the best black actor of all time. So what I'm saying about Sam Jackson, like it seems like it fits. Like if we saying Sam Jackson one of the best black actors of all time, you're like, yeah, look at him like I look at Denzel. Like, yeah, I think we're in agreement there.
I think like Daniel Kaluuya is a better actor than him. So it's that's like fucking that's cap. Another black person. That's what I'm saying. Like that's you know what I'm saying?
That's cap though.
I can't think of what he does better than Sam Jackson.
Have you seen like him in Sicario versus him in Get Out versus him in
I think I've seen every movie he's been. Yeah, I think I've seen every movie he's been in.
I'm just saying, like that's just one name. Like
sure.
Okay.
And that's better than Sam Jackson.
But you're saying the same thing I'm saying about Sam Jackson, where it's like you see him in this movie that's not the same as this movie, that's not the same as this movie.
Those are all good very different ask is what I'm saying.
Nigga, I'm looking at Sam Jackson's IMDb, and the top 3 movies are Pulp Fiction, Django, and Coach Carter. Those are 3 hella different movies.
They are
like incredibly different.
They are,
and he was good. He was fantastic in all of them. As like
I don't know how different Coach Carter is than Nick Fury. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I agree.
Keep it a buck. Like, think about it.
I didn't say any Marvel movies. Coach Carter might be Nick Fury, but that's how fucking good Coach Carter was. Because he can lead the fucking Avengers, because that's how good Coach Carter was.
Do you hear that I'm saying his movies aren't bad though? You got that part right?
No, for sure.
Like I'm not saying he's bad. No, I'm not saying he's bad.
Yeah, we're having this argument based off of like ranking less of quality. I don't think you're saying these are bad.
He's one of the GOATs. I have no doubts about that.
A top 3 black actor of all time, which is then putting you in like a top tier actor of all time, because I think his range is like incredible. And how
like Mahershala Ali,
for sure, love
from like Moonlight to fucking Copperhead, like that's a big ass difference.
Yeah, I love it. Sam Jackson got that across his 50 years.
He gets gassed up, but
he gets Look at you stamping out the agenda and Jews. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm not saying anything bad about any black actors. I don't give a fuck.
That man was in a Madden. What's wrong with you?
Oh shit, he wasn't bad though. I forgot about. Ooh, he was a good. Ooh, Moonlight.
Hey,
I could do what he did.
Side note though, if you haven't seen A Time to Kill, if you ever want
sell this eighth, be true to yourself.
If you ever want to be mad, go watch A Time to Kill. That movie will have you ready to kill somebody. Sam Jackson was acting his fucking ass off in that movie.
Black Snake Moan.
You
seen that, but you ain't seen the Broken or nothing? Wheelchair movie?
Nah, I've never seen that.
What's Broken?
Okay, I was going to say, you just named this shit down. That's crazy.
I've seen Black Snake Moan though.
You seen Black Snake Moan?
Justin Timberlake's in that, ain't he?
I don't know. No. I know it's Christina Ricci. She's like a horny beast, and he's like got you tied to a chain.
Yeah, it's a weird ass movie.
In that movie. Yeah,
shout out to Snakes on the Plane. I actually enjoyed that movie. I think that's a fun movie.
I did as well.
And he got his voice acting credit. He's in The Incredibles.
Yeah. Officer Tenpenny.
He's in Garfield. Tenpenny.
He's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, that's a perfect place for us to meet in the middle. All I know is I had an argument about him, and niggas was trying to act like he didn't have no good movies. Or like, I feel like saying he's the same character in every movie is unfair, because he definitely Sam Jackson is definitely Sam Jackson in a lot of his movies, for sure. I will give you that.
I 100% admit the fault could be on my own, because like you said, you named a bunch of movies that I ain't seen, and like I'm not necessarily a rush to see those movies either. So it might just be the shit that like gets me to go to watch him is the stuff where he tends to be able to be like over the top and just yelling like, yeah, like because obviously like Lakeview Terrace, Sam Jackson and Nick Fury are not the same person, but they go about conversations a lot in the same way. Like,
didn't you watch Soul Man recently, right?
No, but y'all told me. God damn. All right, hold on.
Oh, I thought you were saying you watched that. My bad.
Nope,
That's a funny ass movie. I need to rewatch that.
Because I was about to say, if you watch Soul Man and Lakeview Terrace, you would think Sam Jackson's like a fucking D-list actor because he was in some bullshit. I'm gonna give that to him. He was.
You didn't like Soul Man? I thought Soul Man was hilarious.
Oh,
Him and Bernie Mac.
I love Soul Man. I watched Soul Man
funny
dozens of times. That's not saying it's a great movie.
I'm buying that shit from Amazon right now.
Them niggas was on some bullshit in that movie.
Look at his fucking ponytail.
And he had that fucking flavor saver.
So him and Bernie only got the 2 movies then? Or no?
Is he I thought he was at Mr. 3002 or no?
Oh,
is Sam Jackson Mr. 3000? That's the baseball movie, right? Well,
yeah.
Oh, and I said he got the only 2 movies.
That,
I was thinking of fucking Head of State, where it was Bernie Mac being Chris Rock's brother. I don't know why I thought they was.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Bernie Mac, man.
Fucking goat. Sorry, we got sidetracked. That was
if he was talking about playing the same character, respectfully, R.I.P. to one of the legends. But
we can agree there. I think Bernie Mac might be one of the funniest people to ever fucking walk Earth. But he played one character.
They definitely asked. They asked Bernie Mac to show up and do his Bernie Mac shit.
He was Bernie Mac. The Bernie Mac show was him being less of Bernie Mac,
being more human.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Was him being Bernie
That's a
Mac.
really good show. Shout out. Never mind. Jamal, you gonna do? I know you want to do a shout out. Go ahead.
She does. Hey, she's our age too.
Is she really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes. Well, my age. She might be like a year younger than me, but she's our age.
Did not expect that.
Salute to the mom on there. What's her name? I forget her real name. Wanda on there. Yeah, salute. You know,
he'd be stressed whenever Wanda was mad. I feel it though.
That was a great show. All right. Do we got anything else we want to hit before we talk about these QB rankings?
You have the Potara earrings on there. What the hell is that about?
I did. All right. So this is gonna be a double ask scenario right here, man. We're gonna get into it. So let's say you got a set of the Potara earrings, right? Which 2 people would you choose to give them to so they could pair up? That's the first question.
What is a Potara earring?
Okay, so my fault for y'all nerds out there, non-nerds. Potara earring is Dragon Ball Z. It is used to permanently fuse 2 individuals together. You have to, I think, wish to unfuse them, basically. Yeah.
Oh. But so, I'm looking at it, and it's like Goku has one in his ear.
Yeah,
he has on the other one. He has 2 homies in his ear, or he has the person he'll fuse with in his ear.
2 homies in his ear? Is that what you said?
Nigga, I'm asking. No, I'm asking.
No, so he wears one. The person he's gonna fuse with puts on the other one. They fuse together.
Okay, so
but it's a permanent fusion, unlike the fusion dance, which times out.
So you're asking which earring would I give to somebody else to fuse with them?
That's the second question. But the first one was if you give it to 2 people to have them fuse together, non-negotiable.
Oh, I already got one. I'm fusing Bria Miles and Alexa Sky together.
That'd be insane.
And then my other one is Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I get them the Potara earrings.
Free Fetty Wap.
I think.
He got 6 years. Didn't he?
Come on, be a father to his kids. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he got 6 years.
Yeah.
Free him.
I was thinking more like athletes, particularly.
Okay.
That's a good use of them, honestly.
Okay. Okay, Georgia Smith and my wife's putting up fucking 40 and 10 on somebody. Mostly me.
2 athletes. I think if you mix
LeBron and Bo Jackson.
Garrett, I would say LeBron and Miles Garrett.
LeBron and Miles Garrett. What sport would that person play?
Fucking whatever.
I feel like if you mix LeBron and Miles Garrett, you would just have more LeBron or more Miles Garrett. I feel like they're already the same person.
This Ellie Rodriguez kid from the Reds and Wimby or something. What the fuck that about to be? Be something.
One of the people from Little People Big World in Wimby.
It's Allen Iverson everywhere. All right, so if you were going to give one to somebody else and you kept the other one, who would you give it to?
Just make one person. Damn, I don't know who the fuck would I fuse with.
That shit's crazy. I don't know.
I don't know if I do Megan Thee Stallion so I can have good knees again, or if I
nigga what,
or if I do LeBron just to like
you would get fucked.
Yo.
Why can't I have good knees and do the fucking? Why I gotta get fucked? What if I want to do the fucking?
There's a million other people with good knees.
But he has like historically good knees. And I feel like we got a similar build.
Nigga should have said Scoot Henderson.
No,
straight to
real. That's crazy.
Nigga said fuse me with Meg Thee Stallion.
Fuse me with Meg.
Hey, you fuse with EJ, you could go play in the league.
Holy shit. Oh,
that might have been my next option if you let me finish.
Dude, how tall is EJ? I seen a picture of him next to Magic. He gotta be like 6'6", 6'7", right?
Give me EJ's ankles.
Oh man.
Hey yo.
In what way? In what possible way?
Jesus Christ.
Snatch.
This is a family show.
Oh shit. Nah, yeah, what's up with these QB rankings, man? Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
This dude want to fuse with fucking nah. So
this man sit up while Robo.
It's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. All right.
They going on bussy.
Give me that Premier League. That's crazy.
You niggas aren't being allies like you said you would be.
No, we are. We're just laughing at you, not them.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm bringing a gay homie on this month so we can have some
Hold on. What the fuck is happening at number 11? Oh, yo.
Wait, what happened at 11?
Daniel Jones?
All right. Hey, Blake, chill. Blake, chill. Blake, chill.
Okay. Yeah, yo, he's wilding. Yo.
So if you listen to the show, you know every year we talk about the Chris Sims quarterback rankings.
Ain't no fucking way.
I think this is probably the first year that me and Blake didn't really listen to any of them because he'll add some more context that, quite frankly, I don't want or need. We're going to add our own context for you guys.
I listened to him talk about Desmond Ridder for 45 minutes. I was like, all right, sir, I'm not doing this year. I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all good, man. That's why I'm here, man. I listen to every single one.
All right.
We need you.
So we're going to start at 1. We'll talk about like the top 5, and then we'll kind of skip around from there. And that's how we'll wrap the show up. So number 1, I should say we'll start at number 2 because number 1 is Pat Mahomes.
You gifted.
Shocker.
Yeah,
that guy.
Do we all agree with number 1?
Just shut the fuck up, Jordan. How about that?
If this could be the all-time list, I might still agree.
Yeah. How about you shut the fuck up? Yeah, I agree. Number 2, Burrow.
Also, no argument.
Can't really argue against it. Nothing.
Okay, you not arguing, Tyro?
No.
Okay.
The Bayou Bengal.
Josh Allen, number 3. I have a little bit more of an argument. I don't know if a nigga that has half a fucking elbow who needs Tommy John surgery who hasn't gotten it should be up there.
Three's the point probably where I could see this being flipped, but only literally with the person who's right behind him. And if it's not that way, that's fine too.
Yeah. And then 4 is Justin Herbert, my guy. I'll argue for him being number 1.5 any time of the week, any day. Mm-hmm. But no, yeah, I think this top 4 is like if you have it. I mean, obviously Pat is 1. If you swap any of the like 2, 3, or 4, I don't really like have anything to say about it. As long as Mahomes is 1. 5, you got Lamar, which I thought was kind of surprising.
A little crazy.
Listening to him talk about Lamar, it kind of makes sense. But like, cause he's saying like besides Patrick Mahomes, he has more like throwing angles than like anybody else in the league. Like how he like sidearm around people and all that stuff, just because he has to move around so much. And he says like he thinks he has like one of the better arms in the league. It just kind of,
for sure,
they just don't talk about Lamar like that with like throwing the ball. But
I still think Lamar has been thrown to like one of the worst wide receiving cores in the league for his entire career.
Could all the things he said about him be true and he still be number 7 on this list and just have those 2 guys move up?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who are 6 or 7, but probably.
Yeah. Oh, we know, bitch.
Number 6 is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I think he should probably be number 5, honestly.
Yeah, if you swap Lamar and Trevor, I don't have like any complaint.
Yeah, I think I put Trevor at 4, honestly, because it's like you got to think about intangibles, like what they've done so far. Playoffs, like
head-to-head playoffs.
Yeah, but
oh shit! Did you guys see that we just stopped recording for some reason?
But not like okay. So scroll up a little more. We got Trev at 6.
There's no way Trevor's in the top 4, but anyway. Then number 7, you got Jalen Hurts. If you swap Jalen and Lamar before this year, I feel like most people would disagree. But after the season that we just saw, would you guys still think that's crazy?
No.
Yeah, no, this doesn't bother me. Like if Jalen Hurts was in the top 5, I'd be like, hey, well, he probably could have won MVP if he didn't miss those 2-3 games towards the end of the year.
I feel like there's no slight to Lamar if he's at 7 here instead of 5. Like it's not a bad spot to be. Like Jamal said, everything he said about him could absolutely still be true, and he could still be 7 on this list.
Yeah,
this is a really good group.
Any of the, I feel like that next tier, like after 4, like 5, 6, 7. If you swap them around anyway, I wouldn't really like have anything to say.
Probably after 3.
It's a good spot, yeah.
Probably 4 to 7.
Yeah.
All right, number 8 is Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers looks more like Aaron Rodgers.
Agree, is all I'm gonna say. But I don't. Aaron Rodgers at 8 is kind of crazy.
I don't hate this just because prior to last year, he was the 2-time MVP. And he dipped down last year. He wasn't godlike anymore, but at the same time, he wasn't bad. He was definitely better than all these guys behind him. So
sure. Okay.
8 makes sense.
Just to his standards. Like he was mid.
Yeah. But he was still probably better than
his numbers are probably better than we think.
Number 9 is Deshaun Watson. We know he was better than Deshaun Watson. Fuck you, nasty man. You were mid when you played. I'm not talking about you. Number 10 was Matthew Stafford, which that's crazy to see him there after the season he had.
It's the same bail you're giving to Rodgers to have him at 8, though. Like the fact of
what he did, but it was a lot worse. It was a lot worse.
He was also a lot injured.
Sure, but it's an injury that I'm not.
Are we confident he Cup?
Yeah,
that year they won the Super Bowl. He led the league in picks. I feel like, and he tried to give that Super Bowl away. He threw think about it, like they gave the receiver the Super Bowl MVP.
He did the game-winning ball to him.
He did lead the league in picks.
And he threw 2 or 3 picks in the Super Bowl too. He tried to give that game
also
away.
True.
So was he bad that year?
He was straight.
No,
he was far from bad.
He was not bad.
He was cool.
He wasn't great. He was not bad. He could have been better.
He's probably like one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the league that year, even leading the league in picks.
I'd have to see the numbers, but just because
he probably was
like Matt Stafford, I'm probably
because they still really didn't have a running game, and it really was just Cooper Kupp and fucking
throwing the ball a billion fucking times.
Yeah, like Van Jefferson. Who else was on that team that year? What other receivers did they have?
They had Robert Woods before he got hurt. Robert Woods was solid before he started getting hurt.
Yeah. Robert Woods was solid.
Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, they used to kind of have like similar numbers before Cooper Kupp took off.
They had to get the white person in there.
No, I'm just saying,
Number 11 is Daniel Jones.
This is fucking cap. Daniel Jones throws the ball with his
crazy
feet.
It's fucking insane. I've never seen someone gas 13 touchdowns more than they did for Daniel Jones.
He threw 13 touchdowns?
Bro.
If he threw 13 touchdowns, I'm leaving right now.
Jamal, he threw 13 touchdowns.
There's no way. You're telling me he threw less than 1 touchdown per game?
My fault, 15. My fault. There you go. Go crazy.
You're fucking lying.
How many picks did he throw, Blake?
5. So, he was...
so he was 15-5 and probably like 3 fumbles or something like that?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to look at his stats for you real quick, Jamal.
If he threw 13 touchdowns, I'm getting off right now.
No, he threw 15.
Okay. That's still not good, really. But...
He threw, 15 touchdowns, 5 picks.
At least he stopped turning the ball over because that was always the thing with him. Like, he's a turnover machine, but I guess it's an improvement. You got to take, where you can get it.
How many fumbles did he
Even
have?
still, though. Yeah, I think he chilled out with all his turnovers like that last year.
And last year he had 6 fumbles. So he had 5 interceptions, 6 fumbles, so 11 turnovers.
And 15 TDs.
And 15 touchdowns. But then
he probably rushed for he probably ran the ball a lot.
He had 7 rushing touchdowns. So
how many yards?
22 total touchdowns, 708 yards.
Okay, that's not bad actually.
He rushed 120 yards, which was double the amount of times he ran the year before.
Sheesh.
But last year was also his only season playing 16 games.
11 sounds crazy to me, but scroll up a little bit more. Let's.
All right.
I'm
gonna go to 15. So
yeah, that's fine.
12 is Kirk Cousins. 14 or 13 is
I'd rather
Dak.
have all these guys ahead of Daniel Jones.
14 is Russell Wilson. 15 is Geno Smith. And I don't believe you.
You don't
see, and Geno Smith.
You'd rather have
Kirk than Daniel Jones. Yeah,
you'd rather have Russell Wilson from last year over.
I think
Daniel
Russell
Jones?
Wilson bounces back. Honestly,
how?
And I guarantee Russell's numbers. They're probably close to. I know Russell had a bad year.
Probably the worst quarterback in the league last year. So even if he bounces back, like what's the bounce back?
I think he goes back to like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, what's the Russell throw like 35 touchdowns, 8 picks?
Hold on. Let me look at it. You're saying that's what you think he can do this year?
I think that's
like 30 and 10, probably something like that.
Even if it's like at 30 and 12, still pretty good.
Let's see. Last season he threw 16 touchdowns, 3,500 yards, 11 interceptions. Like it's his. You're saying so he's doubling the number of touchdowns he threw this year, and
cut down on the picks.
Halving
Sean Payton gonna get him right.
The picks.
Sean Payton definitely gonna get him right because wasn't Tim Patrick hurt last year too? Like Tim Patrick wasn't there. That's a big ass dude, and I have
Tim Patrick got hurt like 4 or 5 games this season last year. And
not to flip everything, but I think the coaching change too will be a big part of it because they literally hired a guy with the intentions of luring Aaron Rodgers there, who was not ready to be head coach.
Coach was dog ass.
Yeah, and from just like watching all these guys last year, like I rather have these guys at Daniel Jones. I watched like
he got sacked 55 times last year.
Not great.
We see the Giants like when they gotta like make plays on like 3rd and long, they're like, nigga, we're not throwing the ball. Like, yo, if Saquon take this shit out of the Wildcat or
Daniel Jones will run the ball because you saw that in the
backfield that'll run.
Yeah, Daniel Jones was he played a great playoff game, but it was like a lot of like him choosing to pull the ball down and run with it at the right times. But it's just Kirk Cousins, you know, he gonna bomb that bitch for better or worse. So like,
if you got Jefferson, man, that's probably the right play, honestly.
Kirk Cousins is gonna lay on that bitch to not throw a pick.
Oh.
Yeah, give me all these guys.
Maybe I got PTSD. I just feel like he always throw the shit down the field.
Let me look at Kirk Cousins. Last year, Kirk Cousins threw 29 touchdowns, which was
he always has better numbers than you expect.
He went but last year was like his worst year in a long time. 29 touchdowns, 14 picks, 4,500 yards, 65% completion percentage.
That's a lot
which
of
is
yards.
basically that. But that's his worst year since being in Minneapolis. Yeah. They went 13-4 though, which is his best year. He had his best year as a worst year as a passer, best year as a team. And they had 8 fourth quarter comebacks. So shout out to him.
You like that?
Yeah,
you indeed do like that. So, but you're saying you're taking Kirk, Dak, Russell, and Geno over Daniel Jones?
Yes,
I'll probably take all of them. Geno would be a coin toss just because we got 1 year of him.
Geno looked really good last year.
I do feel like Geno's a coin
tremendous.
toss. We got 1 year.
Yeah, that's a coin toss.
Both of those guys. Yeah. So that's
This is one good year for both of them niggas, and one's black. So give me Geno. Let's get it.
2 coin tosses.
Let's do 16 through 20. This feels like the fall off of quarterbacks. Like all
Ryan
of these guys
Tannehill's
feel like
I
their
don't like
ass.
I don't like it.
Jared Goff was.
16.
I'd have Jared Goff was better than Ryan Tannehill last year.
Let me read through real quick. Ryan Tannehill 16, Goff is 17, Derek Carr is 18, Kyler Murray 19, Mac Jones is 20. It's hard for you to tell me that Derek Carr was worse than Ryan Tannehill or will be worse than Ryan Tannehill moving forward.
I agree.
I know you agree, but there's Ryan Tannehill is not going to play a game next year. Most likely.
I think looking at this trash ass list that Derek Carr could make his way to the top 10 after this year. That's just me.
Ryan Tannehill's starting for them, right?
Yes.
It's June.
He's going to be their starter. I don't think they're starting Will Levis because I've been seeing clips and they talking about he's having like a little rough like.
They drafted 2 quarterbacks in the top 3 rounds in the last 2 years. They got to start one of them.
If they get DeAndre Hopkins, though, they're giving him every chance. Like he ain't coming there to play with Will Levis or Malik Willis.
that might be a mistake. Then you got Jared Goff at 17. I feel like that's a good situation, probably good ranking.
Daniel Jones.
Derek Carr at 18. Kyler Murray, who is probably going to miss half the season.
I'm so confused why he's this high.
At 19. Because he runs really fast.
Okay.
I've seen him in person. He's very fast. I don't know if he throws the ball good, but he's very fast.
I might put Bryce Young in front of him.
Mac Jones is 20.
You put Bryce ahead of Mac Jones?
I've put ahead of Mac Jones and Kyler.
I would agree with. I would put Bryce and CJ above both of these guys. But Kyler's not healthy though.
That's part of his part of his negatives that are present every single day. Is that he's not healthy. He got no dog in him either.
And Chris Sims does talk about they'd say putting him in the same situation, but Kyler's not healthy. He's missing half of the season.
Availability is the best ability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would take both of the rookies. I would take all three of the top quarterbacks from last year's draft.
Fuck all that. Where's Anthony Richardson?
Who's the third?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, yeah.
So right after Mac Jones and Kyler Murray, you got Tua.
Ain't no way Kyler's above Tua.
At a minimum, there's no way Mac Jones is above Tua.
You got to hear him talk about Tua, though. It makes sense, in the context, because he said Tua just leaves hella plays out there, a lot to be desired.
So does Mac.
He has one of the weaker arms in the league, too. He'll say, he'll hit, what's my man? Not Tyreek Hill. What's the other receiver?
Waddle.
Jalen Waddle.
He said he'll hit Waddle on a 5-yard, like an in route or something, and then he'll have to adjust to it and catch it, and he'll get the first down. But if he threw it right, he could have cut up field. That shit should have been 80 yards. He said there's a lot of meat to be left on the bones in that offense, and sometimes Tua just doesn't get it.
I feel and I mean that's probably right about everybody in this tier. Everybody from Geno up, you could probably say that about is they're leaving shit on the field.
I would think all these people probably got better arms than Tua, though.
You can't say that about Mac. Mac is probably the only person.
With the exception, I feel like Mac Jones might have a strong. I feel like he's got to have a stronger arm than Tua.
Yeah,
Tua's arm is
We didn't see Tua getting that shit down the field last year.
I was about to say, hey, people say
I don't
Tua's
think
arm wasn't
it
good.
looks
When
like
Tua
it
was good
sometimes.
last
I
year,
think it's just
people
them
weren't
niggas
saying
be
that
so
about him.
far ahead of everybody else. It looks like he launched that bitch.
But you don't really see him underthrowing balls either. I feel like
you be having to see them wait a little bit sometimes. That's his whole thing.
He does also have two of the fastest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Get it? Two of the fastest people on the planet.
All right. That was a good one.
But no, I mean, I am not a big Tua fan, so I don't super disagree with that, but I just feel like in the category of Mac Jones, he's not worse than him. Kyler has a big arm, but can't
Kyler
play.
What was it last season? He was an MVP candidate for the first half of the season when they were 9-0 or some shit like that.
That was 2 seasons ago.
Was that 2 seasons ago? Okay, last season.
Hold on, last thing on Tua. I'm just saying, what are we complaining about with the arm? If he's making the play, that's my thing. Does it matter? If he's making the play and the offense is productive when he's playing the quarterback position, then what does it matter if he can't?
Oh no, you're right. They're just saying if they had another quarterback in there, they probably have the best offense of all time.
If they had Kyler Murray in there, then they'd have the backup in there for 12 games.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it really does. I get that that's what they're saying when they're ranking him here. But if I have a top 10 quarterback, of course my offense looks better. He's not that, which is fine. But you put Mac Jones in that offense, I don't know if it's much different. Kyler maybe, Derek Carr probably very similar. Jared Goff is probably similar. Ryan Tannehill is probably all similar. You're not getting crazy different offenses out of most quarterbacks.
They're going to look like the best shit on the planet with Kyler Murray in there for 2 games, and then he's going to fucking disappear, and they're going to go on a 6-game skid, and when he comes back still, and then he's going to get hurt again, and then you're never going to see him again.
Which is exactly what happened in Miami last year.
He played more than that, but it was also some catastrophic ass fucking hits versus Kyler, where it's there's not a play you can point to that took him out of the game.
Yeah, he played a couple games he probably shouldn't have played. You got Jimmy G at 22 in Vegas.
He's gonna go up. He's comfortable. My man's at home.
I was about to say, you mean he's gonna go up? He's gonna go higher in the list, or he's
coming down the list? Jimmy is coming his way into the teens.
Okay, but say Jimmy's going to be coming his way out of the league,
or that I don't know. We gonna find out.
He might not play next year.
He might do Zion numbers.
I have nothing to say about Jimmy G. I have nothing to say about the Raiders. The Raiders are probably a very respectable franchise that have like a bright future ahead of them. Well wishes and success. Justin Fields is 23. There's no way you're telling me Justin Fields is worse than Jimmy G, Tua, Mac Jones, Kyler Murray, Derek Carr, or Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
At 23?
Yeah, but I do feel like, again, this is someone who has like huge room for improvement to make this year, because when he got comfortable and they started letting him use his legs a lot more last year, he definitely took off and was like one of the most left-trying players.
When he started running last year, it was the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
He had the Eagles stress. Shit was bad.
That motherfucker looks like Michael Vick with like a stronger arm and no receivers.
And then they added a target for him this year, didn't they? And
they got a DJ Moore.
Okay, yeah. So you talk about getting that in there too, because like his best target prior to this was Darnell Mooney, who's a fine player, but I mean, like you probably don't want
shouldn't
that
be your number one.
You don't want that. Yeah,
or Darnell Mooney and Chase Claypool are his top 3 receivers, and
that should be perfectly fine.
And then
they added some help on the line too.
Yep.
So a little bit more better blocking for him. So he is faster with that decision making, like you said. Like I think he's comfortable now pulling it down and running with it, and obviously he's tremendous when he chooses to do so. I think he's got a lot of room for improvement here. I could definitely again see him.
He should finish within the top 12. That should be like expectations for them.
I'm expecting
top 15.
Justin Fields to supplant like Matthew Stafford, Daniel Jones next year.
That high, huh?
Yeah, like I feel like Matthew Stafford's going to fall off completely. I feel like Daniel Jones will probably move around a little bit, but I can't imagine Geno, Russell, Dak, Kirk being better than Justin Fields this year.
I'm with Jamal. Yeah, top 12.
Yeah. Like top 12, I expect. If you tell me he's 9 next year, I'm not like, based on how he has this list, I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, I think next year when he does this, Rodgers might be higher. But
okay,
that's the hard part is like we don't got to go backwards, but like what we talked about, like you could have it like either like 1 through 4, maybe like 1 through 6, like that's kind of like a set group, kind of. It's hard to really shake that up, but I feel like people could play better and they might end up in the same spot too, just because like the top group is so set.
I feel like that about Dak a lot. Like I feel like regardless of where Dak performs, he's in that like 9 to 13 range.
Yeah.
Like if you see Dak at 9 next year because he like throws for 50, 100 yards and hella touchdowns and they lose in the first round of the playoffs or something like that, because the Cowboys love to do that. Dak is probably still in the same stratosphere of quarterback.
Yeah, I think like 10 to 15 is probably wide open on this. Anybody can get in there.
Yep. Baker Mayfield's 24. Kenny Pickett's 25. Brock Purdy's 26. Sam Darnold's 27.
Any of these guys are going to move either direction.
Yeah. For the Steelers' sake, they better hope Kenny Pickett gets better.
I would imagine he started looking good at the last season. I would imagine him to start.
Brock Purdy was straight too, so hopefully he moves up.
He was very much past straight. It was just you can't. He has one elbow, and it's not the good one. It's not the one he needs.
And I like based on just like I hate to say like politics. Trey Lance has to go into like the season as the starter.
No, they're saying Purdy's the starter.
He's not gonna be able to play.
It's
June. Isn't he throwing now? Like he's back. Like
I don't know, but it's June. And you probably have to like. You probably have to run Trey Lance
shit about him all the time.
He had Tommy John, bro. There ain't no way he's throwing right now. He had Tommy John in like January.
They're talking about him being ready for the season. I was like, they were talking about that on when he ranked him.
This link is from Fox News. It says he's ahead of schedule.
So ahead of schedule, right?
It's from Fox News. There's an agenda.
Okay.
Ahead of schedule also might mean like
a lot of these guys are like backup guys and guys haven't played too much yet.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, Andy Dalton, Tyler.
They have
Huntley.
A Pro Bowler. What is that at 29?
Yeah, Tyler Huntley is at 29.
Insane. Racism.
But the starter, if I could remind you, is 5.
You wasn't starting the Pro Bowl last year. I don't know. It's probably quarterback competition. You asked me.
Davis Mills is 30. Jordan Love is 31.
The Packers starting quarterback is the 31 best.
If we're going off of like what I've seen on TV, Jordan Love got to be higher than like Sam Darnold.
Look at everybody behind him on this list, though.
I think it's just a lot of these other guys
disgusting.
probably they played more than Jordan Love, so that's probably what it is. But we'll see this coming up season for sure.
Look at where you're arguing from the most. That's just nasty.
I think Jordan Love should be 27.
At least 27.
Finishing out the list is Jarrett Stidham, Tyler Heineke, Gardner Minshew, Mike White, and then you have the rookies: Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young. And then 39 and 40 is Sam Howell and Desmond Ridder, who will both be starting week 1 this year.
This is absurd, though, that Anthony Richardson is the highest rookie on this list. A little bit, right? I mean, based on even like Chris Sims' own evaluation of Bryce Young when he was doing his draft stuff, this is kind of insane that Anthony Richardson is in front of him.
He thinks his transition is going to be a little easier. Because
that does make sense. I do also feel like Chris Sims like to like shake it up a little bit in these areas with
a little bit of spice,
where it's like, oh, I had Anthony Richardson higher than a lot of other guys did, so he can like, make it look good. I don't know if he actually
can beat each other off.
Exactly. But that being said, Anthony Richardson probably in the best situation if Jonathan Taylor's healthy
or the worst
14 weeks. Are you saying he's in the worst because his owner might be pushing perks in the locker room?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with team leadership popping pills. It worked for the Saints for a very long time. All I'm saying is that he doesn't have too much cover. Is in that sense. Like, I think he's going to be asked to do a lot, maybe before he's ready to do a lot.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Okay, we will see.
Shout out to Chris Sims, though, providing us another 20 minutes of content every year, like you normally do. You bitch, you, as Snoop would say.
Yeah, I think he had Josh Allen at number 1 last year,
and he admitted he was wrong. But what do you guys think it'll take for like Pat Mahomes to not be number 1 in the next like 3 or 4 years? Like, what has to happen? Like, is there a scenario where anybody in the top 2 to 10?
If Jackson doesn't beat this case and he still stands by him,
got it. So he has to be canceled, is what you're telling me.
Yep, persona non grata.
Because like, there's no world where Joe Burrow jumps Pat Mahomes.
Because when it comes to throwing a football, ain't nobody better than the catch-up man in Kansas City. I'm telling you right now. Like,
and if we could cover real quick, Pat Mahomes so good at throwing a football. They took a fucking scene from him losing a Super Bowl, but throwing an incomplete pass at like 180 degrees sideways and put that into the new Madden trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it, Blake?
I dropped it. Link in chat was me.
That's disgusting. I'm going to be so fucking mad when that happens to me in that game.
You, like I said, 45 yards on the rope.
Which is funny because it was like a 21-yard incomplete pass or like a 13-yard incomplete pass. Like, it was hella close and incomplete because the receiver was ass.
That did look hella cool in that trailer, though.
Hey, just be happy they didn't like implement some type of weapon or something to take account for the fact that he won Super Bowl on one leg. Like, he had one working leg and won a Super Bowl, and they like had some like ultra durability shit where he never gets tired. You can't injure him. Like, that'd be crazy.
I mean, they basically already do that. Like, he doesn't get hurt now.
No, and like he can throw from any situation too. And this animation just adds to that. Like, if
we'll probably start getting Madden ratings soon. Actually,
yeah, we probably are.
Yeah, in the next like 4 or 5 weeks, probably.
Yeah,
it's quite a treat though, right? Like our football lives have been, I feel like, blessed in the sense that we've gotten to watch Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, you bitch, you fuck you, Tom Brady, Michael Vick, like Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, like all these dudes played during the time that we have been alive to appreciate football. Like, that was a really incredible group of fucking quarterbacks. Like, I'm missing people, I know I am, but like. It's crazy.
I feel like even the dead periods of like quarterbacks where it was like the late 90s where it was like 1 or 2 good quarterbacks, and then periods where like it was Brady, Manning, and a bunch of nobodies we've kind of gotten through. Mm-hmm. But for most of our lives, it's been like There's like 7 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the league.
Donovan McNabb, good run.
Yeah, Rivers had a great run. He might get in the Hall of Fame.
And obviously, it depends on how people shake out now. But like even currently, there's probably like 5 or 6 Hall of Fame quarterbacks playing right now.
Yeah, it's nasty right now.
It might be more. I'd have to write it down, but yeah, it's a good ass group of,
especially with the extra game now too. They're just gonna be able to run up them numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
Pretty lucky. What do y'all feel like we probably weren't alive for like golden era running backs? We had some good ones for that.
Yeah, we had.
We might have.
I
Maybe
feel like we had the tail end of the good ones.
I feel like we had a lot because we had
a lot.
Priest Holmes.
How many Hall of Famers?
Edgerrin James, Jerome Bettis, Priest Holmes, Jamal Lewis, LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander.
But if you think about a lot of those guys
Portis.
you're naming, like they were ending their careers when we were like 13. So we didn't.
Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch.
Clinton Portis Hall of Famer?
Nah, but his numbers were good.
But even something like Clinton Portis, like he was out of the league by the time we were like 14, 15 years old.
Nah, it was a little after that because we were in high school, like, and he was still on the Washington football team.
Yeah, nigga, that's 14, 15.
Yeah, that's probably about right. He probably didn't play too much longer than that.
Yeah, he might have been done by the time like
Portis,
graduated, maybe.
He finished playing in 2010. Was his last year with the football team.
Okay,
so like
that was another one. What was the Jets running back that was really good when we were
Curtis
growing up?
Martin.
You think Curtis Martin was one? Curtis Martin was hella good on fucking NFL Game Day 99.
Yeah,
like I specifically remember getting fucked up by my dad with him on that game.
So it probably was like a little like right when we came into
we started watching football when like
fully appreciate.
I fucked with Terrell Davis in like 2002, but I was 8.
So it probably was like the 90s, probably golden age for him, but late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. And we caught the end of that with like Priest Holmes, LT, Sean Alexander,
Larry Johnson.
I'd say our shit like kicks off probably like 2005.
Yeah. And I would say we really locked in with football like 2005 to like 2008. Of like watching everything all the time.
Yeah.
And the great running backs were ending around that time.
Ricky Williams is prior. Yeah, that's gotta.
Ricky Williams was
we caught that door closing probably. Running backs. Now we might have had the whiteouts a little bit though, but yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah,
receivers and quarterbacks.
We have because Randy was within that window. Randy and
Randy, T.O., Marvin Harrison,
T.O., Julio, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, like
Fitz,
Andre Johnson, Fitz, like we had some fucking killers. Calvin.
Yep, Calvin.
Yep.
We did get. I know we like super young, but he played with Randy. That was on Fox Sports.
And they still ain't
Chris Carter.
They still ain't what happened.
Hey, I'm curious now. You keep bringing that up, and you definitely got a point. Something happened.
He was good on TV too,
and he's nowhere now. Like whatever happened with him was so bad. He is nowhere.
Yeah,
I saw him on TV not too long ago because he's definitely dyeing his hair. It was black as hell, and his hair is long as fuck now. I seen him doing like something on football, something might have been NFL Network. Maybe he was talking with some people, but
maybe that seems right.
I saw like a clip of it on Twitter the other day.
If you Google Chris Carter, it like pulls him up. The first thing is, what is Chris Carter doing now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it looks like NFL Network.
Bro, the NBA put Karl Malone back on the stage before we see Chris Carter again.
NBA definitely probably regretted that. That was definitely not the best look.
He do have a face like he looked like he does some wild shit though.
I think he did in the past.
Yeah, he be on Good Morning Football is where he's at.
That show's ass. That fucking Peter Schrager. That one dude. No, I'm just hating the one dude. That one dude tried to say fucking Jimmy G he had him in a tier above Trevor Lawrence in his quarterback rankings. Fuck that guy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, dog, go eat a dick.
Y'all know how crazy it is the NBA put on a fucking Afro Beats concert in Salt Lake City?
Dog, that's insane. They had Tim's and Burna Boy in Salt Lake City.
I know we talked about it on the podcast when it happened. That was a fucking live ass concert too. Like
shit was
that
lit.
was a great concert for people who did not give a fuck. Like Tim's was out there, Burna Boy was out there. Like
it was
they
just
was turning the fuck up.
Giannis, Joel, and Pascal Siakam all right there rocking. That was it.
They just had that in the wrong city.
Yeah.
If they did that shit in like DC, like if that was a DC All-Star game, sold out, turned up, roof blown off the building. Salt Lake, it was like, okay.
Like, all right.
Okay.
I know this was from TikTok. No, this is cool. This is all right.
I know the hook.
Yeah. I just love the drums.
Can't stand you.
Adam Silver's NBA.
That's what he wants, man.
Adam Silver's NBA.
He wants black men to be castrated and unarmed, man. And Larry likes it. I don't get it.
I have no defense.
Damn. How many games y'all think y'all get before we get out of here?
27.
Yeah, Adam, he probably doing all this shit, give him 15 games.
Hey, people were saying 16 because I think 16 is like the amount that you can miss before you can be eligible for All NBA. So they're saying make him miss just enough games and not be eligible for that.
I was listening
I think he is between 20 and 30.
I think it was either the Ringer NBA show, or it might have been Bomani, but they were talking about like he didn't, because like I said, he didn't do anything wrong. So if you're going to suspend him now at this point, you're doing it based on like a moral standpoint and like
or him being stupid.
Well, yeah, and it's like if you're doing that now, you're saying this is morally wrong. Are you going to start banning players like to go to like strip clubs? Like, is Zion going to get banned because like he's like involving himself with like an adult actress and like that shit's like is that not good for the league's image too? Like, where like are you I don't know, like I don't know, man.
I do feel like because Adam Silver said like we've collected a lot more information that we probably could have wrapped it up by now. Maybe there's something else in there that's like beyond what we've seen.
Before.
We haven't though.
No, I'm saying if we see that motherfucker bluffing his hand and the hand ain't good.
Oh yeah.
You look, I know y'all not tapped in with the Fox News people like that, but they've been talking about these documents they got like on Hunter Biden and Joe Biden for like 4 weeks talking about, hey, we gonna drop them shits tomorrow. We got them. We fucking got them. If you had it, you put it out. Like you don't have shit. Like this is what Adam Silver's doing. It's the same thing.
You're a local politician, Lauren. Been talking about that for 6 years now.
Big word.
Your girl.
Who said that she protested and missed the fucking vote for the debt ceiling, but they caught her running up the fucking stairs in 4K TV.
But I do think that I wouldn't be shocked if they just try to make an example out of him. Like, I feel like this is one of the first like people in the new era of like everything being online to wow out online and matter. Like we've seen like niggas who are bench players do stupid shit online and stuff like that. We haven't seen a like superstar of the league be on the internet doing dumb shit. So I could see this being like here's the internet protocol. Like we don't have a policy yet, but we're going to suspend him and then make something up afterward.
There's no way him holding a weapon is worse than Draymond punching his own teammate on camera last year.
I agree.
And I don't know how many games Draymond got, but it wasn't some shit.
None.
Was getting
I think
TNT.
He didn't miss any. Because
I remember the team put like 2 or 3 on him or something.
No, because remember the first game, he didn't miss the first game because they were getting their rings.
Oh, they suspended him from the team activities. I think that's what it was. He was away from the team during the preseason.
What does that mean? Like you can't come to practice? Like okay.
Yeah. No, so I don't know.
So no, you do have a good point of like there is no precedent for this. Worse shit has happened and come out. This is like the dumbest thing I feel like a player has done since like 2014 on camera.
Okay, on camera. I was gonna say, Miles Bridges did happen,
and Miles Bridges will probably be playing on NBA tip-off next year.
Yeah,
but yeah, like nothing on camera like this that we've seen.
That was pretty bad.
But free jaw, man. He'll be back.
That's crazy. I was saying free jaws by myself on that.
I'm
all right.
Saying free jaw to mock you.
Okay.
He'll bounce back. You just gotta chill out. Just relax, but he'll be straight. And Zion will be straight too, man. Just you know.
No, he won't. We know he's about to have 2-3 kids. That child support check is not about to be straight.
Zion better play 50 games next year. I know that.
What if he doesn't?
Over under on 50 games Zion play. Over under.
I don't want to bet on a grown man's health.
Okay.
Ooh. He gonna want to get out that house, bro, because he don't like commitment, and kids are commitment. So he want to get out that house. He gonna be.
You taking over 50? You taking over
tweets
49 and a half?
She said she motivated him to get back in shape. He's still not in shape.
By doing what?
I don't know, but he's still not in shape. So he's about to be at the house all next year, fucking somebody else.
Yeah, that bitch got CTE, man.
I know he was getting some shit off. That man's a fucking athlete.
Yo, Tyrell. Tyrell, what was that tweet? What was that tweet, Tyrell?
Which one?
The one about Zion and old girl.
Oh, they said they had to have reinforced bed because this wasn't no light tussling.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Somebody put them like when like The Rock like power bombed the Big Show off the corner and the whole ring broke.
When Brock, when he off the turnbuckle.
Was it Brock Lesnar?
It was Brock Lesnar. He suplexed Big Show off the turnbuckle, and they broke the arena, not the arena, but the ring. I know you've seen that shit before.
I definitely have, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this fucking short.
They said there's no light tussle.
Zion and Mariah definitely had furniture moving. That ain't no light tussle. I can't get the video to pull up, but yeah, they broke like it was it Brock Lesnar, Jamal, that DDT?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he suplexed Big Show.
Fucking Big Show onto the ring, and the fucking belt buckles drop, and then the whole ring collapses in on itself, and the crowd goes crazy. But that might be them.
Oh, also R.I.P. Iron Sheik. He passed away yesterday. WWE, WWF legend. He passed away.
Elite tweeter.
Nigga said he's about to be in Hulk Hogan's dreams like the Green Goblin.
That's crazy. R.I.P. Iron Sheik. And shout out to Travis Rudolph, free to real. Let's go. Hey. Not guilty on all 4 counts. FSU legend.
He still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Yeah, Dominique Jones, you funky bitch.
Getting to rap about how you killed the nigga after you killed the nigga and you got found not guilty after you killed the nigga about killing the nigga is fire.
Don't answer that phone call all with your chest poked out. Talk like when she calls, say, "Hey, I need you to come down here."
Hey,
no, like
some of the stuff I was watching some of the court case with them, and it was like, "Do you remember texting your brother about Travis putting his hands on you?" I think I do, and it was like, but then your brother texts you and his friend about how Travis is a dead man walking. Yeah, I think I do. Your brother roped his nigga in. Like, hey, we got to go slide on this thing. He's dead. And now you're dead.
Poor decision.
You know how fucking mad I'd be if I died because your sister got beat up for doing some dumb shit? Not even beat up, because when we seen on the camera, like, he just
he didn't put hands on her.
He just, like,
his
shoved
brother
her out
broke up
like, get off me.
Yep. That just shows you got to be responsible. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't lie about what happened to you, because you're going to get a man in your family. You don't want him to, he's going to react off emotions to go handle the situation to defend your honor, but you lied. You're putting him in a bad situation, and all this shit could be totally avoided, man. Just be honest and keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands.
Because her lying about Travis putting hands on her and telling her brother, hey, go shoot his shit up, got her brother or one of his friends killed.
It was one of her brother's friends.
Yeah, and then I know the brother got shot, so like once you get hit, you get shot, man. You never the same. The bullet injuries, they be fucking people up long term. You definitely gonna have some limps.
Damn it, I'm trying to find the fucking video. Like,
but yeah, nah, man. Shout out to Travis Rudolph, Florida State legend.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Dalvin Cook. Hey, he was in the video with him. He got cut.
Hey, where y'all think he go before we get out of here? Chargers. Nah, they already got the 1,500-yard rusher. Yeah, they got also Eckler. I don't need him too.
Where's who go?
Dalvin Cook.
Oh.
Hey, people saying Buffalo, like, I could see him. I
go
feel
play
like
with his brother. That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like he'd be fucking his brother over, but I feel like that would be kind of cool. But I know Buffalo signed somebody else this offseason.
Who's Miami got a running back?
Ooh, that's a good one.
fucking
from
I
there
don't
too,
know.
from the area.
The fast dude, the
It's a nigga from UW. I know that.
Savon Ahmed and
they took the nigga from the 49ers.
Jeff
Wilson. Those are all last year. I don't know who they have this year.
So they got a bunch of side characters.
Yeah, they have Raheem Mostert, Jeff
There we
Wilson, and Myles Gaskin are their like top running backs for this upcoming season.
Oh yeah,
Okay, they could upgrade there.
That had to be last year. There's no fucking way.
That's possible.
Yeah, like if
so they have no running backs, basically.
Buffalo would be a good look because Buffalo needs help, man. They need a running game for sure. Instead of having Josh Allen run the ball all the damn time, they're just gonna get his ass hurt. He could go there. He could go to the Chiefs would be a good one too. If they want to use like back by committee. I know you don't want that for your team, Tyro, but
I don't want any of the people you just said.
Yeah.
Every team you just said is an op.
That's how we getting out of here.
Presenting CNB Classics, Volume 2, Man and the Packouts.
Yeah. Kendrick video?
Yeah.
President Folks Podcast episode 105, man. It's been a pleasure.
I want to move to LA. So
you bake enough, you could afford it.
Never been so much.
Yeah, but I'd be living like these niggas in LA. I wouldn't be like living rich in LA.
They look like they're having fun.
They are.
Hey, my cousin that's a blood was telling me that he hates watching blood videos because they all look dusty. Crispy look like they're having fun. So I'm true
for all my life.
See, that's how I'm taking pictures all summer.
All right, we out of here. All right, Sean, 105, man. It's been a pleasure. Been a blast. Come back next week. We here.